The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan.
No! Fucking glitch!
Shall we play again?
You got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan. This is your host, Cameron.
Caleb, and I wasn't going to let you get away with not opening this thing because I will not have my name on this decision.
Decision? I am Joe.
Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter.
That's right.
Put him up, Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
And I'm Caleb Craig.
And this today, I had lots of caffeine.
This today.
Yeah, too much caffeine.
It's not showing. Within the last 24 hours, I've had 15 monsters
You seem
and
just
injected
fine.
caffeine directly into my system.
So how it goes is I was gone for 3 days last week, doing a work conference. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna bring my PlayStation, hook it up in the hotel room, and I'll play it there. No, never fucking happened. Never took it out of the backpack. It was in there the whole time. So I get home on Friday, a little tired, because I was, gone for so long. And I'm like, I'm just going to have to power through it. So that night I had, I'm pretty sure I had like three monsters Friday night, powering through it. And I'm like, if I go to bed, it's 2 o'clock. I'll wake up like 8 o'clock, and then I'll finish the rest of the game. I got up at 8:30. Okay, guys, I did. But then proceeded to pound 2 more monsters that morning. I did not eat food, drink water. It was just pure caffeine and game all morning. And I have another one right here ready to go.
Have you still not eaten?
No, I had some sausages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
He always puts
I
a
bet
good
you
sausage
did.
in his mouth.
that's what you smelled little bit ago with that burp.
Oh, nice. We got a little sausage in there.
Yummy.
It's a nice side flavor.
Anyways, so kind of did do something this morning that we'll talk about later. But yeah.
But before we get to that,
Yeah, what has everyone been playing?
I have been playing a ton of Horizon Zero Dawn. I finished that up and got the platinum for it.
are you serious already? God damn.
I don't know if I'd say already.
It took him a while.
It took me 52 hours or something like that.
2 years.
But it was that was a lot for 2.5 weeks, I'll say. I played that. I've started Fable 2. Going to be joining Joe and Cameron for that playthrough.
I can't wait.
And I played Final Fantasy 14.
My heart hurts just a little bit.
And I think
You say
that's
your
about
arm
it.
hurts?
My heart hurts a lot.
Oh, okay.
His heart, that's much less concerning.
My left arm hurts.
Yeah. So that's probably, I think that's about it. Oh, and I played a bunch of Pokemon Go while walking around. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah. It's sick how much it takes to level up in that game now.
I played a little bit in Salt Lake City, and it's always surprising to see just the mass of Pokestops in every direction when you're in a big city.
Yeah, it must be nice. But, yeah, some people have to buy Pokeballs, which is, like, retarded to me.
Have you? Buying anything in Pokemon's retarded to me. So
Yeah, I gave him a few bucks, but...
Oh, my God. Did
What,
you really?
man? Yeah, I did. I put $5 in there like a year ago.
Oh, wait, did I? I'm trying to remember if I did, too.
the only
think
thing
you
that's
did.
worth purchasing is more bag space when you're surrounded by Pokestops. You
Yeah.
can keep collecting
Bag
stuff.
space is mostly what I bought, so...
Okay, that's okay. If you
Yeah.
bought Pokeballs, that'd be stupid.
I might buy some lures if I get a few more coins, but I don't know. Because there's like a 10-pack
I got
or some
a
shit.
ton of lures. Oh, there goes another one.
God, Cameron. This is the Loopy Cameron episode of Nude Clan.
This is I'm just operating off of caffeine.
You're
right
going to
now.
taint the review with your high ways.
All right, so this week I played Final Fantasy 14 for 2 days out of the week. I got to catch up to Schweiss because he played it a third day. I was doing well in Bounty Hunter last week, and I thought everything would just be
Smooth sailing.
smooth sailing.
Just sail
That
away.
happened to not
away.
be the case
Sail
whatsoever, and we'll
with
certainly
me.
get into it. But the rest of my time, even more of my time than in FF14, I played Bounty Hunter this week a fuckload.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really the game Bounty Hunter, it was the level Bounty Hunter. So I played a minutia of parts
of Bounty Hunter.
multiple times for many hours this week. So that was my video gaming experience this week, and I did beat that game. So we can review it today.
Oh, that's good.
I didn't know if I'd make it.
I didn't know.
We didn't know if you were
going
going to make it a week ago.
Yeah, we were all concerned. I've been playing Bounty Hunter, some Horizon Zero Dawn, and I started Armored Core for Answer again.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I wanted to see
Dude, he's
if it
becoming
was
a
as
masochist.
bad as they had said, and I could tell you it's not.
I know these fuck faces.
Like,
Fuck you.
Compared
I
to the
started-
games we just played, come on.
I think Parasite
immediately
E2 is
started,
worse.
and I'm like already halfway through it, and I just demolished the fucking like 1v1 matches with like the base
I
machine.
fucking rocked those. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is not that bad.
I
Like,
did beat it.
Did you get to the 1 frame per second level yet?
I have not had a frame rate drop yet.
It's only one level that has it. And
Really?
It's one
bad.
level, and it is
I'm serious. It's 1 frame per second, if that.
off. Dude,
Did you
there-
guys all
we
play the
have
same
footage
copy?
of this shit. No, we didn't.
Okay,
No, we did.
Oh, we did.
maybe
we
it's
did.
the disc then.
I read some reviews saying there was a lot of frame rate drop.
Were there? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I haven't had anything yet, and
I had frame rate
That's
drops
just
in
the
the
copy
last
that
game,
I
but not
think
that one.
That's just
And
the
it goes.
speed.
that one boss fight? Yeah, I'm not there
That's
yet.
just 1 frame per second is just Craig's natural speed.
Fuck you.
So everything else just seems like way
Perceived it
too
just fine. Yeah.
fast. So 1 frame is like, oh yeah, this is easy. I love this.
You saw when my fucking bounty hunter dropped to like 1 frame per second. Like
did.
right as that fucking missile was like coming at me.
And I'm
God,
telling you,
dude.
dude, it's not the beginning half of Armored Core, even though it's shitty. It's like the beginning half of Armored Core is about as bad as the game we will review soon. But the second half of Armored Core,
Yeah.
with the frame rate drop and the sick bosses and your shittiness as the controls and the
Yeah.
controller, it all comes together in a diarrhea masterpiece.
I think you just fucked up your machine.
Right.
I
Maybe.
think that's just what happened.
I seriously
because
beat it.
like the stabilizers, they like mess with like how your
Yeah, I never
robot-
got into
how
stabilizers,
your robot
but that
like
could have
lingers to
helped
one
you,
side or the
yeah.
other. So you
Yeah.
got to like stabilize
because your weapons weigh a certain amount. And if there's
Yeah.
too much weight on one side, you destabilize.
I don't want to talk about this game.
I just want to pull out a fidget spinner and just be
Anymore.
like,
because you need one.
I would say that's why you could do it.
Because I can focus on the game.
Yeah, you could focus on the awfulness of the controls. I did beat it in one sitting though, so it wasn't a long
Controls
game.
aren't bad, dude.
Dude, they are bullshit.
The second time around, the controls were kind of bad, but still not as bad as
Cameron
the 10.
or Caleb just wants to
No,
just
like,
wants to put it on a pedestal.
I have
so that he
literally
can say-
had no problems with it so far.
Yeah, he's going to
The
come back
only
and be
thing-
like, Armored Core 4 Answer is the greatest game of all time.
I hate
it's
the
tremendous.
radar.
It's a
That's what I
fantastic
hate.
game. The best game.
Well, the funny thing is it was rated. It is the worst game of all time according to Newt Clan. So
It's true.
I mean, even Cameron didn't defend it in the end.
Not too much because it had some shortcomings for sure.
Yeah. So
it's basically all coming.
I don't like that I can't manually
all
lock
money
on,
shots and your straight man.
but other than
eyes.
that, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. The honestly, once I figured out the melee, the fight in the very end with the two dudes,
Yeah.
I wrecked them.
Yeah, just
Dude,
get them
the
to come in
melee is,
the
insane.
close little
Yeah.
hallways.
The hallway,
So
and you
much
just one
damage.
shot, and I was like, okay,
I wish I was streaming that game.
yeah.
I wish you could stream those.
I was
PS3
going to
games.
stream it, dude, but I was like, I fucking hate this thing. This will be the most toxic stream of my life if I put this thing online. I was just like, Jesus Christ, the melee is absolutely impossible.
To
Like I
be
ran out
honest-
of
You can't land any hits.
I ran out of ammo and had to fly around, and there were helicopters, and like it was just not happening. I had to try like 30 jumps and swipes, and like it's just no. It's awful if you run out.
I restarted a level in Bounty Hunter more times than I had to restart the final boss fight in Armored Core.
Oh wow.
To be fair, but the controls.
I don't think you spent 6 hours on one level.
The
in
controls-
Armored Core.
I can't quite tell
I
you the feeling of
played
defeat.
3 hours of the final boss. Whatever the time was, I said it in the review.
I can't
wow.
quite communicate that feeling of defeat when you're on your last retry. Right at the very end, you know you're there, and you die.
Oh, you know what's even worse?
And you have to start all over fucking again.
Before we
from
get
the
into
beginning.
this, you know what's even worse, Cameron?
What?
You finally get past the Death Stick Factory, right? And,
Yeah.
which I was pretty good at.
I was okay. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was not
Until
as
I
bad
got
as
to the
it was.
cave
Fucking
part
kill all
where
of
you
them.
have to land on this like quarter-sized platform in the middle of this chasm of death. That one killed me. Like I think that thing killed me more than anything else in this game. Any one thing
I
in
didn't have
any
a problem with that.
I didn't.
that was the platform when you were. Like,
I know the
platforming
little
onto the-
pillar of rock.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
thing rocked
Okay,
me.
I
Dude, that was
think
the
I
easy
died.
part.
I think I died once or twice there.
Really?
Yeah.
That was brutal. And then you know what the worst part was?
What?
I finished
whole
all of
game.
that. I get through the onslaught right afterwards, which is sick. There are so many dudes. I have one little tiny tick of health, and I'm like, there's a guy chasing me, but I'm like, I don't need to worry about him. There's a cutscene. I jump into the cutscene, and like he's there for the cutscene, and then it shows like a health pack, some ammo, some other things.
Yeah.
And then the guy just fucking bitch slaps me right as the cutscene ends. He's like, and I die, and I have to restart the whole fucking level, and have to do that stupid little precision jump again. And dude,
man.
that guy was camping me, and that is not fair.
No, not fair.
He was reported.
You were molested, and we're sorry for that.
Yeah, he's just sitting there in the cutscene too. He's there. He's like, "Oh, you thought you could fucking escape me? Huh? Oh, you're so wrong. Get over here, boy.
Oh, you're so wrong.
You're fucked." Yeah. So,
Anyways, Caleb, what did you play? Anything else?
No, that was pretty much it.
Okay, so yeah, Pokemon Go a little
Fuck
bit,
your Armored Core.
but then the only other game this week I played was Bounty Hunter, and that was really only like yesterday and this morning. Yeah.
Bounty Cunter is the new name.
Cunt is a word that I might have used very flavorfully this morning.
Flavorfully.
Yeah, you cuntsicle is what I called someone.
Oh, was your mom staying with you?
I called one guy. I'm like, "Oh, you cuntsicle," and then I'm like, "Suck your cunt." This whole array of different things that I said
Yeah.
this morning that I don't normally
just,
say.
you know
but-
what we should do? We should have like a yearly and an annual charity stream where we get really drunk and we try to play the level where you have to blow up the reactor cores, and it's like all that jetpacking and shit.
Dude,
We're like,
I know.
We're like
I know
plastered, and we're like, oh,
that
fuck.
level like the back of my hand because I only played it like 8 times.
Oh yeah, dude, I played it more than 8 times.
Dude, it was bad.
Dude, I did not have like that level was hard. I think I only played it the one time. I just took my time on it.
like once you know what's going on, you take your time, then yeah, but then someone's like, "Oh, we're gonna have fucking robots."
Why did we
outside the
have
room.
problems on opposite levels?
I don't
What
know.
the shit is this?
Dude, my worst level by far was the fucking prison level.
Dude,
Oh
I
my God.
rocked that one. It's crazy.
It's when you go into that one
I was
room,
fine on that one, too.
and there's the bridge. There's this 2 circle hexagon areas with the bridge in the center with 2 turrets on both sides. That room fucking rocked.
Was it a
me.
hexagon because they couldn't
Because they
make
couldn't
a
make a circle,
circle
yeah.
in
They
PS?
can't.
Okay.
Yeah. That's exactly.
oh really?
Yeah.
That room?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that room fucking rocked me every time I got there.
Yeah, there was that one guy with the blue. Oh, and anytime you come across a guy with the heavy blaster, if he gets the jump on you, you are done. He's just like...
Yeah, you can tell this is going to be a wonderful review when our gripes spill over to the first part
Already.
Yeah, dude, fucking...
Just Bounty Hunter for you, Cameron?
Yeah, just Bounty Hunter for me.
We should do that, an annual drunk stream where we see who can get through it first.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. I'm game. I'm game.
My PS2 copy, we need to shoot it.
Oh, dude, I was thinking that with Parasite Eve 2 as well. I'm like, I'm going to take
Parasite Eve
this
2, Armored Core, and Bounty
Let's just
Hunter.
make a YouTube
remember
clip.
I was just
I shoot Bounty Hunter. No. I'll let someone else shoot Bounty Hunter. I got to shoot
Armored Core. Is Armored Core
to
is
be
your
honest.
thing.
Craig gets to shoot Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter was fun.
We should get Uzis. Like,
Then
we
you
should get...
cards.
then you shoot Parasite Eve. If
Yeah.
you don't have one, then you just pretend make one up.
Dude,
we-
I want to do like a shot for shot remake of destroying the printer in Office Space.
Maybe.
These games.
Either that or, honestly, I want to just rent some, like, Uzis and AK-47s and just fucking destroy
Anybody
them.
know
just do a shotgun, yeah, and just,
Just
like
have someone have someone frisbee that motherfucker.
No, and then, like, we walk out and we just keep pumping it full and, like, shooting the ground, like...
walk right up to it.
And then we throw the gun behind us and we just start punching the ground, like stabbing in the
You pull your
discharge.
you pull your fist
Crying,
back.
Yeah.
You have the shard stuck in your knuckles.
Yeah.
Hands are bloody. We're just like
And we
that-
off ourselves at the very end. Just
like the one ending for God of War
And
where you
this
just
is
keep
why I'm
punching Zeus in the face.
video games made me pro gun.
We need to destroy these.
Oh,
you
man.
just have to
Can you
remove
imagine?
something from existence.
Video games made me do it. Oh yeah, that's a great statement.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
We gotta shoot the game, not the person.
Shoot the game.
Unless they made the game, of course.
Yeah, I
then
was gonna say
they're
developers.
free, you know.
Yeah, we got a fucking firing squad.
Yeah.
Free fire.
What have you been playing, Cam?
I just fucking said.
Oh, was it just Bounty Hunter?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
Caleb started this whole
All right.
room.
So we all know what we've played,
Do we know what we've played?
but has anybody beat a game? Where the hell's the high list?
I got it right.
Oh, you
here.
got it? All right. I beat Bounty Hunter. Actually, okay, Star Wars Bounty Hunter is
Right.
what I wanted written on in my list. What'd you beat this week, Craig?
I also beat Star Wars Bounty Hunter.
Oh, you're just going to call it the regular?
Yeah.
Oh. Instead of Star Wars Bounty? The Bounty quicker picker upper? Yeah.
Now, for yours, I put Bount Hut. Bount Hut. I beat Bount Hut.
And then I also beat Star Wars Cunt Hunter.
All right, Star.
That would be a much better game than the one we played.
And with all those kills, he's probably knee deep
I
in
wouldn't
it.
mind the glitches in that one.
Star Wars Cunt Hunt is all I could fit. And I
We need a song.
I knocked out.
You guys ready? It's cunt season.
Country season.
Cunt is in.
It's the new style. I beat Horizon Zero Dawn, so a successful week for the clan. We all four beat a game. I don't know if this has happened ever.
It usually happens right before our mega games that we all beat at the fucking
yeah,
last
last
Might be
minute.
minute,
true,
yeah.
yeah.
I think the same thing happened with the for answer.
So the next game we're playing is Horizon Zero Dawn, and then we were supposed to have a vote last week and totally didn't do it.
Yeah, but you guys is Cameron and Joe's Fable 2 is after Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh
Right.
shit!
Yeah,
That's
I
still
know.
a ways away. Horizon Zero Dawn should be 2 weeks out, and yours, you guys
And
should be at
Fable's
least
4.
4 4.
I was hoping Cameron didn't beat Bounty Hunter this week, so that would give me an extra week.
Dude, I
But
would be
he did.
so fucking mad.
And I got picture proof too.
So mad at you if you didn't beat this. Like
I
was
would be
gonna,
so happy
I
with
was
you.
gonna try to come up with some way to tribunal the fuck out of anybody who didn't beat this because I'm like, dude,
So-
I suffered through this fucker. Like I drudged through like in a few days.
So I'd be getting beat off at both ends. You know, you're beating me up and him beating me off. So
Yeah.
it's a it's a lose-win situation.
Cameron, you don't have to, and it doesn't have to be a game. I can just do that for you. If you really. On your
It's out of his. He's not even
When's
making a
your
joke.
birthday?
It's
Oh, you're telling him?
You'll get a free, just me and you in a nice long
It's the
car
same
ride.
month as yours.
yeah, just about a month away.
Okay, well,
so
buy me dinner.
you come off real easy.
Oh, I come
Just
on.
take him to
Joe's
J-Dog.
birthday is coming up soon. You
Sexually
give him a rub down, he'll give you a
deprived,
rub down.
Sexually deprived.
Am I?
Does it show?
Are you?
Does it show?
Does this shirt make me look sexually deprived?
No, okay, that just reminded me of something. But we're gonna wait till the review. So
I'm gonna wear my sunglasses so I can cry.
Yeah. Do we have any? Do we want to do questions, Caleb? Or
Yeah, I'll pull him up.
have to have a cool questions jingle.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to have jingles, and I haven't made any.
yeah, I have a good one for
Questions.
for the hog. It's just going to be a remake of the "Bring Out Your Dead" scene in Monty Python. It'd be "Bring out your hog, ding ding, bring out your hog." Yeah,
We got a getting fat one, and we didn't use it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't use it. Yeah, that last time. Yeah.
Well,
We'll use it next time.
We didn't.
Alrighty,
okay.
we will.
That'll be nice.
Use it.
Yeah,
By
question.
the
Okay, so this one's from Pixel Edged. He says you can answer individually or answer as a clan. No
Is this the
stress.
one that he was supposed
It's
to?
the one that was
Okay.
a bunch of questions from that was supposed to be answered last time.
Okay.
So question number 1: if you had to pick one of these to have never existed, what would you pick? Metallica, pizza, or podcasting?
Podcasting. What?
Pizza.
I would also pick pizza.
Yeah, I'd pick pizza. This is way too much. fun.
Never Metallica.
No, that one's not even a question. Caleb's like, I would really pick Metallica, but I'm not going to say.
No, I would pick pizza because without pizza, I would be a lot skinnier.
I think that can be
Doubt.
said for like all of us.
Doubt.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
so
no,
I
dude.
got
I have
super
lived
heavy
with Craig longer than you have.
I got super heavy when I started working at Little Caesars. That's when I
Domino's for Joe.
exponentially-
Dude, Domino's gave me poundage.
And you guys working there enabled Craig.
we're
to get to where he
enablers.
is.
I came back with some pretty epic pizzas every now and then. That's
yeah,
true.
that's true.
Yeah, good times.
A pound of bacon's too much. We found that out. Too much salt.
Yeah.
How about 2 pounds of cheese?
No.
2 pounds of cheese?
Just fine.
You put 2 pounds of cheese on a pizza?
I did.
No,
that
you
wasn't
just-
a Domino's pizza.
No, you
Oh,
just
that
melted it
reminds
in
me,
a
Joe.
fucking bowl.
I did that on a homemade pizza once, and it was just like it was like soup.
Dude, there was this one pizza that
It
we
was
would
cheese
make.
soup.
We would make taco pizza, and that pizza itself would come out to be 5 pounds.
Oh,
the whole
wow.
pizza. But no, that reminds me, I was looking at low carb pizza things. You can make a fried cheese pizza where the crust is just
This
more
is the
cheese.
low carb podcast.
You just throw
Yeah.
cheese down on the grill, and you get it crispy, and throw more cheese on top of that until it gets
Yeah,
a little
and
thicker.
then you die.
And then you throw more cheese on top with your toppings, and it's just fried.
and then you never
cheese
take a shit again
pizza.
until you
and
die.
it has nothing else but cheese and
You
pizza.
take shits, okay? You shit, all right?
Oh, yeah, and
I
shitting's
know.
not a problem.
I eat lots
just
of
gonna be
I eat
really
lots of
stringy.
cheese, the best cheese.
No, I just had a visual of Joe like
It's not so much stringy; it's more like deer shit. It's like
Little
it's,
droplets.
It's got the little like
the Cocoa Puff
The
shit.
pellets.
like an assault rifle, like
with the same kind of splash that you would expect from an assault rifle too. I know. I just had an image of Joe melting down 2 pounds of cheese and just pouring it all over his body, just like in his mouth and then like down his shirt.
He
Like,
would totally
I would
do
never
that.
pour that anywhere but in my mouth.
Dude, he'd jack off in a pile of cheese, and you know.
Dude, no, because I gotta eat that.
you would just position yourself above it with an erection and then like do a push up down into it. Just hold
He's
it.
gonna
Hold it until the cheese encased itself around you.
Dude, the
Homemade
first thing
Swiss
that's gonna
cheese.
happen if he actually becomes a director is like he's gonna take the money and then like have melted cheese put into a pool so he can just eat it while he swims.
No, we're talking about.
He's going to come out with his own homemade Swiss cheese, putting the holes in there himself.
I'm a director doesn't mean I'm rich.
No, if you get a bunch of money from it.
Yeah. If I become really rich, then yes.
All right, what's the second question?
Okay, it's if you could pick one of these people to be a guest host on the podcast, who would you pick? Sakaguchi on UFF, Jennifer Lawrence on Nude Clan, or Dave Mustaine on UFF?
Dave Mustaine.
As a guest,
I
I think Gucci, we have a chance. Dave Mustaine, we have zero chance.
We have zero chance for all of these people, and you know it. And so I'm just going to say Jennifer Lawrence on Nude Clan because that's my podcast. You didn't give me other choices for Nude Clan.
You just want a banger.
A little bit on the down. No, on not the down, but on the high low. Yeah, kind of
high low.
A little bit. A lot of bit. So yeah,
a lot of it. Is she like the one you're allowed to cheat on your girlfriend for?
I don't have that list.
Oh.
That's an established thing you must come up with on day one. You must be like, these, if ever, then yes. You've missed that boat.
Actually, now I think about it, I think there might be a threesome guaranteed in that regard.
What?
Oh God,
Jennifer Lawrence.
I don't need to hear this.
Is this just two of them having sex while you're watching from the couch?
Fuck no.
Is that what you consider a threesome?
Don't let your pleasure seep over to my fantasy.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm the couch, so it's all good.
Wow.
You just start getting you get a little stiffy, and then Caleb gets one too. And you're like, ooh.
I wouldn't springs out on this one. I wouldn't hardly even notice. A little lumpy.
Oh yeah, you'd bounce on him.
I'd bounce on it. Yeah.
Okay. If Utah had to be destroyed by one of the following monsters, which would you prefer? Godzilla, King Kong, or Smog?
Oh, they're all terrible.
Well, it's going to be destroyed anyway. Which
I would
one
say
would you
King
prefer?
Kong.
Less fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we could recover from that one a little
Yeah,
bit.
King Kong would be probably the most likely.
Yeah, and
to be
Smog's
destroyed.
very into the actually decimating
How would you
everyone
like
there,
to die?
so-
How would you like to die and have all your things taken away from you?
Yeah. And I mean, he did beat Godzilla in that one movie, but
the Lie movie.
the King Kong versus Godzilla. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call that a beat.
Well, one of
I'm
them
pretty sure we
came
could
out of the
just tempt
water
him
and
away.
swam, and the other one didn't do shit.
Couldn't we just find all the bananas and dump it off one side of the city, and he'd go over there and leave us alone?
More so than that, because I mean that would make me fear him.
We
more.
do have a lot of blonde women here.
It is the flame. Yeah, we would just offer them up.
Here's our monthly offer.
Climb our tallest building with all of our blondes.
How quickly we adapt to giving sacrifices when it's necessary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Day one.
We have to start a blonde making factory, if you know what I mean.
That's just
Jeez.
Provo.
Yeah.
Okay, question 4. Scenario. Cody and Sarah have made a sex tape and it gets picked up by
Stop it. No more.
porn production studio.
I would watch it.
They basically become porn stars and get paid for it. Question. Do you tell us about it or do you stay quiet?
Do I tell you about it? Oh, yeah.
What?
Well, if you
Question
told
B. Do you watch it more than once? And question C. Do you touch yourself over it?
Okay.
Do I watch it?
I would
No.
have a mental block. Like I would be like, I gotta watch this, but I can't touch my dick because Cody's in it. But yeah, I would totally watch it.
No.
Are you kidding me? I would totally watch
Are you
it.
kidding me? You see them in person.
I don't care.
You want to see them with their clothes on now?
There's not a single person from high school.
You
that
didn't
would
go
not
to
wanna
high school with him,
That
so
I
that
would
doesn't
not want to see
count.
naked. No, but that's an example.
You want to
of-
see Cody naked, isn't that what you
not
just said?
Cody. I'm just curious.
God, man.
How bony can one be?
I do wonder.
Oh,
so
man.
you curious? Oh, God.
I'm curious. I
Okay.
didn't say I was attracted to you.
What
I
was
said
A?
I'm curious.
What was A?
He just comes out of his
It
cocoon.
was. Would you tell us about it?
Yes.
Yeah, of course we would tell
Yeah.
you guys. I want you to watch it and then tell me how bad it is.
If I stumbled upon that, I think I would take it to my grave.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, yes.
So
They
you
got
have
paid for
seen
it.
it.
Okay.
Bad. In this scenario, I would have seen it somehow.
and you take it to your grave.
I don't tell anyone that I've ever seen it, but I do watch it more than once.
Do you touch yourself?
I feel like
Is the que-
Okay, I feel like I would watch it, but I'd treat it like it's the Ark of the Covenant and then never watch it again.
It melt your face off.
Yeah.
It turned into wax and slowly melt.
You have been tasked to remake Black Swan, and you have two of the hosts play the leading roles of Natalie Portman and Mia Kunis. Which two do you cast and why?
Oh, the fucking oral sex scene is gonna be great.
Cameron and me, and he's sucking my dick.
I think Cameron has got to be Natalie Portman's character because I can imagine like Cameron blowing himself, and then it looks up and it's Caleb.
What's up?
Like with this bony like smile going on, like
Yeah.
that freaky, bulging eyes.
Man,
And then there's
I
just
have
an
not watched
instant,
that movie all the way
instant
through.
eruption, and then the cutscene ends.
Yep, I think that's perfect casting.
Although Craig did play Candy. I mean, I feel like
he's got, he's a professional in that area now.
I am.
He's
Yeah.
good at being a woman. Let's
I
just say
am.
that.
Of course, seeing Caleb in the ballet scenes would be great too.
I am also great at that.
extremely graceful. Like somehow.
He's on point there.
They don't understand that joke.
If they've heard you talk, they understand.
Fuck you.
All right.
All right, the last one is kill, marry, fuck. They are always in character and
Why?
explain your choices. Cersei Lannister, Harley Quinn. So Cersei Lannister is Lena Headley, and Harley Quinn is Margot Robbie, and Black Widow is Scarlett Johansson.
Okay, so is it their characters that we're doing?
They're it's them, but they're always in character.
Okay.
I would fuck Harley Quinn.
Yeah, same.
Fuck Harley Quinn, marry Black Widow,
Yes.
kill Cersei Lannister.
Yes.
Yep. These are terrible. Pixel Edge always has easy ones.
And the one thing about Black Widow, she can't have kids, so just keep that in mind for the marry.
Cha-ching. No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, I don't think I'd go anywhere near Harley Quinn because Joker's been there.
Oh, well,
Whatever.
Then
Then you could be like, so am I bigger?
Tell me I'm
Of course
bigger.
I'm bigger. Bigger in every conceivable way.
Is that
God, what's wrong with you?
that was my Joker impersonation. Him laughing while he's watching you do it. That's your fantasy, right?
Well, I just love Margot Robbie. I mean, I
Yeah,
would prefer
Margot
the
Robbie.
Wolf. I would marry the Wolf of Wall Street one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
not as crazy, huh?
Yeah,
She's not crazy at all in that
Oh.
movie. So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
All right, well, that was the last question.
I'd fuck any of them though.
nice.
Yeah.
They'd let me. I mean, that is
You
part of
don't
it.
see.
yeah,
you,
they let you.
you never see Cersei.
Fuck Hodor
who
if he'd
plays,
let me.
Who plays Cersei Lannister again?
Lena Headey
You never see Lena Headey naked in Game of Thrones.
in anything.
It's a
I've
body
looked.
double. You've looked.
God,
You're like, let's see if there's a double standard. If everyone's hating on Thrones.
MrSkin.com, dude. That's where you find out.
What the fuck?
Do you not know what that is?
No.
Oh, it's like a big database of actresses, and it says if they've been nude and what movies they've been nude in.
Yeah, I think
And, like-
Jake told me he started that. Like, I'm the
He's
headmaster.
secretly a millionaire because he made this site and sold it.
Mr. Skin is pretty popular. I can't believe you've never heard of Mr. Skin.
No, yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. That's fine.
Question from us to you. Have you heard of Mr. Skin?
Is that all the questions?
Yeah, that was all the questions.
All right, let's get into Bounty Hunter. There's no place to hide.
Except for any place.
The most ruthless bounty hunter the galaxy has ever seen. Star Wars
God, that
Bounty
was
Hunter.
not
Rated T for
A
teen.
very good representation.
That was, yeah.
Well, we chose the shortest trailer, to be honest. Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Cameron.
I'm still just reeling from that trailer because where was that whole scene where I get to see someone trying to be all sneaky in the water and just holding down their fucking
Reed.
life straw and they're like, "Arr!"
I was hoping they would stay under and then drown. like a
Can't
fucking
reveal my
idiot.
position.
They used all their budget too in that trailer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, it was live action for the very first part, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, so yeah, all their budget went to an actual actor. Who is the man behind the commercials mask?
I don't know.
So anyway, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and side note, released as Star Wars Jango Fett in Japan.
Jingle Fit.
Star Wars Jango Fett. Developed by, published by LucasArts for the GameCube and Sony PlayStation 2. It released in 2002. It was re-released in the PlayStation Store November 2015, and of course, in this story, you guys play as the bounty hunter Jango Fett, featured in the 2002 Star Wars film, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, to which this game is a prequel.
No way.
Yeah, I got that.
There you go. So into a little bit of the development of this game, it's one thing I thought was funny because in March 2001, the game design documents were presented, and development began shortly after. So development began in 2001, and it was published in 2002. Might tell you a little bit about this game, just a little bit. So this was released for the GameCube and PlayStation 2, and another interesting fact about the releases is that they had two different graphic engines powering the one on the GameCube and PlayStation 2. So I wonder if this game on the GameCube would have been a better game. You would have stopped fucking around with the camera stick, that's for sure. In that GameCube,
Yeah, because the
controller.
GameCube doesn't have a second camera
Has
stick.
Yeah, it does.
Has a GIMP. Has a GIMP.
It's like a D-pad.
Yeah.
No,
It has a little. It has a little nub.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
has
it
a
doesn't,
GIMP.
they don't use it for
stick.
controls usually.
GIMP stick is
No,
what
Yeah,
it
they
is.
do.
I thought they used it for
A lot of
controllers.
shooters use that as the camera.
Oh,
it's like the
Jesus.
camera stick. That's
Is it
what it's
Nintendo's
for.
goal to make the worst controller of all time every time they
Yes.
come out with a fucking
Yeah,
console?
pretty
answer to
yeah,
that
They're like, you know what?
is-
We're going to put one button on the left side and two on the right, and then we're going to have this stupid fucking nub thing on the right that like it locks you into place when you move, so it feels wrong. And that's your second analog stick. Go have fun.
On their newest version of the 3DS, they put one of those old laptop nub things as like what the
Jeez.
little D-pad or
Well,
your stick.
Your nubs aside, the GameCube version actually had a higher polygon count than the PlayStation due to its faster CPU.
Yeah.
So I guess the GameCube version did look slightly better back in 2002.
As per usual.
Yep, that is a pretty usual thing with GameCube.
Yeah.
One interesting side note is designing the rooms, they would use paper cutouts to kind of get an idea what they want to do. And I think they just did not ditch the paper cutout. They just kind of...
I'm pretty sure that was the graphics.
No, let's make it paper thin as well, so you can fall through.
You could just fucking get sucked right through. And then they had this other company called Industrial Light and Magic do their cinematic trailers, and I guess after that, LucasArts and ILM began, working together more frequently after that.
Oh, so they were satisfied?
I guess they were. Okay, so say what you will.
Cinematic trailers.
The cinematics were better than
the entirety of the game.
entirety of the game.
Yeah.
I actually had fun watching some of the cinematics. Okay, some of
Not
not
the
all.
ones that you unlock
just
at
said
the end.
cinematic trailers.
Sorry, not trailers. They like the cutscenes.
Oh, okay.
They did the cutscenes.
Never
Is what
mind.
they did, and those looked okay compared
Yeah,
to the
they
rest of the
did.
game.
No,
for
they
the
did not.
time, for the time.
Nope, not even for the time.
They look okay for the time. They don't look good.
Was Final Fantasy
Foreshadowing
X
for the rest of the
2002
game.
as well?
No, it was
Yeah.
2001.
Oh yeah, it was 2001. The year before.
Okay. Cameron, you should see some cutscenes from Final Fantasy X.
Dude, I was looking at a list of
Or,
what games came out
Metal
the year
Gear Solid
before
2?
just to get mad at this
yeah,
game.
Metal Gear Solid 2 is amazing looking, even on the end game.
And what does Bounty Hunter look like in comparison? Does it look like, it's not quite as good?
It looks like I found an unfinished, thrown away level in one of those other two games. Like I fell through the map at 10 and I landed and it was Bounty Hunter. Why is this game in here?
All right, so getting into the plot of the game, the bounty hunter Jango Fett receives a special transmission from Darth Tyrannus, letting him participate in a special hunt, and the reward for this hunt is 5 million credits. Now, every other side bounty you pick up is only worth like 3,000, maybe at most credits, and so 5 million credits is a lot because you can't actually buy anything of those credits. But
Is it
that's
a lot
another
though? We don't know the conversion rate.
We don't.
We really don't.
Yeah, plus all we know so far is that they're good for unlocking in-game trading cards. So I wonder.
Yeah, it's probably not worth shit. And so he's got to
50,000
go for anything that nets him money.
50,000 credits for a booster pack? Like, fuck that.
Anyways,
How much that is?
the hunt that he's
It's something like that. They scale.
God.
the hunt that he's told to go do is capture the leader of the Bando Gora, which is Komari Vosa, a dark Jedi. And the Bando Gora are a group of force-worshipping criminals, and they are proving to be a thorn in the side of Tyrannus. And so he's like, okay, go kill her, and I'll give you 5 million credits. So,
By the way, not a very good Christopher Lee impersonation by the voice actor. Let's just get a guy with a deep voice that doesn't sound anything like Christopher Lee to play this.
so the Bando Gora are behind the sales of death sticks, and so that's where Jango decides to start his investigation. Fuck me with a death stick.
That is a line from the game. The stupidest part in Attack of the Clones.
You ain't want a death stick?
Yeah, it's like,
don't
man,
wanna
that
sell
felt
me
forced.
So he goes. He's acting
I
like
don't want to
a,
sell you death sticks.
I want to go change my life.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you have ruined it now. The movie is over.
So he starts doing Private Eye. So it's really Star Wars bounty hunter Jango Fett, private investigator, where he finds the dealer and he captures the dealer. He finds the source and goes to where the source is at.
Which is the 7th circle of hell, by the way. That
yes,
happens
it
to be
is.
where the Death Stick factory is located.
And then with his handy dandy all-knowing helmet, he knows there's an extra component to the fucking death stick mix this time around. Along the way, he has
you mean the unknown?
No, dude, he just fucking has a feeling it's different.
And they're like,
He literally is like, I feel like there's something different about these death sticks. Why don't you scan this one for me?
Yeah,
She's
he's
like, oh, we've detected an unknown.
something doesn't add up here. I am the best detective bounty hunter there is.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Is a very common Star Wars thing.
That's very true.
I told you I had a bad feeling.
And then as you're doing this investigation, another bounty hunter, also Mandalorian, starts to pick up the trail. This guy name is Montross, and he's like your nemesis slash love to hate bad guy that you have to come across a few times throughout the story.
I think he just wants to bang you.
Why did you never accept my advance?
Vosa wants to bang you.
Oh, dude, she gets it.
I know. She's
In
like,
that
I
chair.
told. When I saw her, I'm like, she has the pussiest face of all the puss faces there is, and she
Yeah.
wants it.
I have
And
no
she,
idea where this conversation's going.
we'll get back there. We'll get back
Okay.
there.
Django should have been like sploosh. And
So you're following the trail of the death stick shipments, and then of course there's a corrupt senator. You confront the corrupt senator and totally just Dark Knight him off the edge. Just let him go.
yeah.
And then you have to fight the first asshole boss with the grenade launcher that can't lock on. And then after you find the senator, you have to still find an end with this other with not Jabba the Hutt case. You have to find it in with the other dude. So you have to find he has a bounty on in a asteroid prison. So you have to go break that guy out of the asteroid prison and bring him over as kind of like a gift to get into the other guy's compound. The pod racer alien dudes with the feet hands and the hands feet.
The Sebulba dudes?
Yeah, the Sebulba
Sebulba.
dudes. Yeah, the Dugs. That's what they're called. So you have to find the dude that he wants in order to get an in. So you break into the asteroid prison, and as you're tracking down the dude, you're being all sneaky. You notice there's a chick bounty hunter in there who turns out to be from the movie as well. The changeling chick, and she
that one.
yeah, same person by the way.
Gets her in the end. Psych.
So she steals the bounty first before you, causes a prison riot. Now, of prison riots. These prisoners rioting, they're causing mayhem, trying to get out, beating the prison guards. Right? Not this type of prison riot. The prison riot here is everyone is your enemy and only your enemy. The prison riot consists of the guards giving the prisoner guns to shoot you because they never fucking shoot each other, and they have guns somehow.
Yeah,
and they're not fighting each other. So I think they're just hey prisoners, here are the weapons.
That's
Let's go.
issue with video games. Everyone wants to kill you. They know you are the one out of all of your teammates that they have to kill to bring back all their buddies.
What should have
That one has
happened
a mind
is
of
that
its
like
own.
you release the prisoners
Not one of
to help
us.
fight.
I mean,
the
how
bad
hard would it be
guys.
to
Like,
program two sets of NPCs fighting each other and both
they
fighting
do it
you?
later. There's like different groups fighting each other.
But it's like really static. Like, okay, later when we get to that part of Tatooine, they're sitting there in their fucking hovering cars and they kind of shoot at each other, but as soon as you get there, they just stop shooting at each other. They don't shoot at
Yeah.
each other after that.
You know, it would have been
Okay.
even better, Cameron, during that prison level if everybody was just standing there like with their arms out as a T.
Cristo Redentor.
And then like it's just this really ominous music the whole time, and they're just up there erect.
Anyways, nearing the end of that asteroid level, you and this chick bounty hunter team up. You both escape the asteroid with the prisoner. You go to the jungle cat level where the jungle cats live.
Some good videos on Twitch, by the way.
Yeah.
And then you she presents the bounty to the guy, and now she's your in. She's on the other side to actually get you into the compound, which is why I used her in the long run. So you kill that dude, and now you have to go to Tatooine where you talk to Jabba the Hutt, and you have to kill the other Hutt, the Gardula, because they're at war with each other for Jabba the Hutt, and he's just like slurped up like a fucking wet noodle. By
Yeah,
that dragon.
there's a fucking T-Rex in this
Dragon.
room.
They call it a dragon, and then the Hutt, that's Dragon.
Okay.
The Huttonese.
Thank you for translating. I just
Never
loved
would've
how
guessed.
we gave him a snack and he still turns on us.
Yeah,
like a
and he's
fucking
like, he just
asshole.
eats this fucking fat little worm noodle thing, and he's like, I am still hungry. And you have to kill him. By the
I
way, your
understand.
pistols do the most damage against the dragon. Your jetpack rockets don't do shit. Your pistols is what you need to kill him.
Wow.
And just fucking
Fireproof.
fucking spam that square button. So after you kill you're done on Tatooine, you then have to go to the home planet where Vosa is on, the evil woman, who is
all
wearing a seductress. She's wearing a BDSM seductress
Joe.
outfit, and
animosity there.
as you're in the fucking BDSM chair, they're about to put like the face needles into your face. She walks up and she's all like, haha, this is my evil plan, and she fucking straddles you.
Oh
on the
yeah,
fucking
dude!
chair.
I was like, sploosh, man! This is awesome. Like from the face down, she's a 10, but anything above that,
she's fucking straddle
like a
you, and then
5.
Anything
from
above
behind-
her face?
Anything below yeah. That hair is awful. So 2005.
Anything above?
And she's fucking straddling that chair. Your changeling woman comes into the fray. She's all jealous because you're getting straddled, and
Yeah.
so she distracts her and shoots you out of the handcuffs. And then for some reason, this Sith runs away from you, and the whole time you're chasing her, you're killing her stupid fucktard minions.
Yeah,
The zombies.
The zombie
are those
minions.
guys the Bandogora, or is it the?
Yeah, those are the Bandogora.
Jesus Christ! I told you about those people. I warned you about their swarm abilities.
Yeah, the
Anyways,
fucking zombies.
you're chasing her, killing her Fucktard minions, Bandagora, and the whole time she's just like, "Come hunt me, bounty hunter."
Yeah, it's like stop fucking taunting me. Jesus,
No,
what are you, a child?
She wants it. She wants to be hunted. She wants to be taken. She wants it so bad.
Keep the helmet on, Jango.
It's hunting season.
Yeah.
Oh, I skipped the part where you totally destroy your nemesis, Mantros. He's like a little bitch.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
fight him like
And,
3 times.
Yeah, so you finally kill him, and then now you're going to hunt Vosa, and you finally get her into a room. Basically the fight doesn't really change. The boss fights are actually kind of the weird dynamic in this game, whereas the boss fights are the easiest part of the fucking game.
Yeah. Oh, their health stays if you lose. If you lose, their health bar stays.
Yeah, so the boss fights are the easiest fucking part of the game, and I didn't even die to her once.
No, me neither. She
So
has
all you have
about.
to-
she was just
she has
shredded.
3 moves. She has the one where she's chasing you,
I
which
died
is
to
when
her
you
once.
when you unload into her. Then she has the part where she's deflecting the lasers at you, and then she has the part where she does her flippy stuff. And you chase chase her, you kill her, and Darth Tyrannus then comes out. He's like, thank you for killing her, but now this is the true purpose as to why I've sent you on
Let's
this
tie
quest.
you into the movie.
Now, since you have proved yourself worthy, we want to make a clone army from your DNA.
I've got one request, Tyrannus. I get to keep the new one.
Give me a
The
son.
first one's mine, and now with the aging prospect. Oh,
Darth Tyrannus.
So that's where he gets. That's where he gets Boba.
give me a son. Impregnate me.
What? No, dude, and that chick seriously has as much force power as like R2-D2. For God's sake, she's awful.
She is pretty
I'm like,
bad.
why would he choose this bitch to lead anything for him? Like, he's like, you're supposed to be a Jedi. Like, just making the lightsaber is not enough.
Well, he did
Even if
choose
you
like
make
the
two.
half robot dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. He doesn't have force either, does he? But he's got like 6 arms. She only has 2.
He has the force.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
So
No, General
Grievous,
Grievous just has the
he just says
lightsabers. He kills Jedi.
And the only way
That's how he has the lightsabers.
The only way he deflects light, the lasers coming out, he just fucking spins it so fast you can't shoot a laser through it.
Yeah, that's what inspired that scene in episode 3. Like, Obi-Wan saw that and he's like, Anakin, dude, I gotta show you this shit. It's impenetrable. No one can touch you when you do this. Trust me.
Especially where you have robot arms and you could just spin it.
Yeah, that's you gotta build up the wrist though.
A lot of masturbation hours to log in.
Yeah, gotta log at least 10,000 hours.
Masturbates like this.
Who doesn't?
I thought that was pretty normal.
Twirling the baton masturbation mode.
I twirl the baton. That's like
That's a good analogy. Yeah.
I mash the square button, right? That's what I do.
I found the square.
Okay.
What do we think of the story?
Oh man. Story, I think, of this game, the story was one of the best parts of the game.
Okay. That is an interesting opinion.
So the story, if you compare it to what is supposedly came afterwards, Star Wars 2 Attack of the Clones, what's a better story?
Star Wars 2 Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah.
That was okay.
That didn't hurt me as much.
Movie.
Visually, it hurt me about equally. But
We recommend we give all power to the senator. Jar Jar Binks speaking here. Oh yeah, better movie.
that was in 3, though,
That was
wasn't
in 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Get
And then
it
she
next
says
time.
the awesome line where she's like, "This is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause." And I give that line a good clap. That's a good line.
it? Yeah, there are some genius writing points. I will give it that.
In between
Some
garbage.
wooden
dialogue and
And then
I
we
hate
did
sand.
learn though that this game, the
So-
person who wrote the story for it has
Sandy.
done nothing else.
Yeah, this is his only writing.
the
credit,
only
so.
thing he's
as
ever
it
written.
should be.
Yeah, you hated it.
I thought the dialogue was more
Fucking
wooden.
awful.
It fit well within the Star Wars prequels as being really.
Dude, that's a better
All
line
your
than anything in
aspirations.
this
No.
game.
And then,
Yeah,
and then
it is.
Montrose said he's frozen up. He's got nothing else to say. He's frozen.
After he freezes him in carbonite.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, stop being so ADD and just get on with this. Like he probably froze him like 6 hours ago, and he's just been waiting, like coming up with one-liners like, freeze.
I fucking
Wait, no,
shove it to Jango.
That one's lame.
I got here first.
I found the cutscenes terrible and like overacted, and the voices don't sound right. And you know they're voiced by someone doing like a B, C grade impersonation of other people.
Yeah.
I am.
That's in sound.
Yeah, but it tells the story in that part. So I'm gonna go with. I'm not a big fan of the story. I'm
Okay.
just not.
What are you going to give it then?
I thought it was dull and wooden dialogue, and everybody's performances were crazy, and it just didn't help with the shit story at all. And it has something to do with death sticks. Fuck death sticks.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking with a death stick.
Where are we moving in here? Shh. We're moving death sticks.
Yeah, that part was
Yeah.
way.
Sorry, I'm new.
They didn't tell me much.
It's like, what are you, fucking stupid? You smell that? You smell that?
And then the
skunk
guy's like,
death
I'm gonna
stick
go
smell?
walk. I'm gonna go walk over to this point, and then he like stays like after the cutscene's over. He's just still there, just like waiting.
I'm just waiting to
Yeah.
die.
This guy shat this out as a first draft.
Yeah.
and nobody corrected it
no
or
one
tried to
corrected it.
Well, if
redo it.
the storyboarding to development less than a year, I mean storyboarding to completed product in less than a
You
year.
storyboard. Yeah.
Pretty sure he gave him a script. Like they had Sylvester Stallone just do it in like an afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, he did Rocky in a day. So
They gave him 2 hours and he wrote it, and then he's like, all right, you might want to fix this.
No, he didn't write it. He did it in an audio file so no one could actually understand what was going on. And they're like, I think he said, I'm new here. I don't know what he said here. Just put that in. It's his. We paid him a lot of fucking money.
I'm going to give the story a 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, thought it was pretty shitty.
All right, Craig.
And, like, kind of unbearable to watch.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Yeah.
Cameron.
5.
One of the best parts of this game,
Yeah.
Cameron Wilson, 5 out of 10.
You know what? I'm going to be devil's advocate. I'm going to give it a 6.
What?
The Star Wars part of it was the only thing keeping me going, to be honest, guys. I did not think the combat was like, it's like playing Left 4 Dead, right? You kill everything. Every person, there's thousands of kills. Way over the top with that shit. Like, seriously, one of the levels, like, I had like 900 kills, I think, or like 190, 200, 300, 400 kills in some of these levels. I'm like, this is mindless. The only thing that was driving me is like the cutscenes. Not that I liked them a ton, but I did enjoy the connection to 2. I liked seeing what
wanted to
happens.
skip the
The
cutscene.
game's
With Jango.
connection to 2 made it seem like it was a fucking commercial for 2.
It did, and it came out way after 2.
Yes. And I liked the character Roz. I did, the little flying dragon chick.
You mean the elephant bug creature?
Elephant bug creature, yeah.
The
I
one
thought she
who
was
talked
fine.
like she
The one
smoked
who-
all the time. Hey, Jango.
Yeah, I thought she
The
was
one
fine.
who's supposed to be your mother figure?
Yep.
My favorite thing. Ha! You got beat by a
Jewish.
girl.
Jewish mother figure.
Yeah. I enjoyed that, and honestly, that was the
You
only
gotta
thing.
find someone and settle down, Jango.
Those cutscenes were the only things keeping me going. Not that they're that great.
Dude, I fucking hated
Right.
Roz, dude. Especially
really?
like after she dies.
Oh,
and
that
then-
was irritating.
And then like she still has like one last thing
Yeah,
to
I
say
know.
to
I
you,
was like-
and it like matches exactly what you're fucking doing.
She's
and I
really
was so
good.
pissed off at the fucking time, and I was like, "Shut the fuck up, Roz! You're dead. I can't kill you again. So shut up."
Yeah, well, you were mad because you kept dying like a little
Yeah,
bitch.
dude, that
It
game was
wasn't the-
fucking bullshit.
It wasn't the Roz thing, but yeah. So I think that's seriously the best part about the game, probably, except for the
Cameron,
John Williams music.
You like the story?
the fake John
I said
Williams
it was
Oh,
the
you gave it a
best
5
part
out
of the
10.
game.
Okay, all right. So I just wanted to hear. Okay.
I said it was the best part of the game.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens in gameplay. So this game is split up into 18 different levels. Usually you have like 3 large levels, and the last level would have a big boss fight, and then you go into the next chapter.
Yep.
Now, the first 2 chapters, pretty simple
Yeah.
and easy. Now, the first thing this game did was make me nauseous when I put it in. The first 2 times I played it.
It gave me a headache, and it gave my friend a headache when he started playing it. So
It already starts off with physically deterring you from playing it. We got 2
Only
out
for
of
the
4
strong.
people had a problem with this. 50% of people who play Star Wars Bounty Hunter,
Yeah,
according to our
let's-
small sample size.
Let's match this up. Okay, so Joe had to get fucking medicated with pills in
I
order to
did.
play the game. Caleb had to get drunk at some point to play the game. And Cam had to fucking get high off of caffeine to get him through the game.
This game causes addiction.
I do say that at some points I had just wanted to cry and give up, but the caffeine wouldn't let me. I just had to keep going.
There were no tears.
Yeah, there were no tears. I just there was this
Only
one part,
energy.
There was this one part where I was
So
playing the
dehydrated, he
game.
can't.
I was talking to Caleb. I'm like, "Hey, Caleb, I'm on this like random pedestal in the slot canyon, and I see it goes around the corner. I'm on my last life, Caleb. And is there a platform on the other side of this fucking
Oh
corner?"
yeah, that cunt level. Are you
And
kidding me?
I'm like, he's like, I think there is. I'm like, okay, Caleb, my last life, I'm doing it. So I jet around it, and there's this fuck ton of enemies waiting. And so what I do is I just like tear that shit up. I still have half my health left after killing everyone. I'm like, fucking yes, I did it.
I know.
Step on the curved edge of the fucking middle pedestal, and I fall to my death.
The worst part is when you...
And I just stared at the screen for a second. I'm like...
And then Simon and Garfunkel starts playing.
I mean, the emotional fucking build-up to me being on the other side of that corner of that slot canyon. The
He
emotional...
just doesn't blink, just...
The emotional build-up of me just fucking... throwing it all the wind. I'm going around the fucking corner and be there what may. Fucking laying waste to whatever was around that corner to then just fucking slipping off there to the level and having to start the whole fucking part of it.
Who emptied their bottle of lube on this fucking ledge? Who the fuck did this?
Anything slightly curved.
A banana peel? Are you fucking shitting me?
Anything slightly curved. You can't.
These marbles here.
Ah!
Yeah, dude. No, the worst part, I during that slot canyon part, I like went and took a piss, and I came back and I was on this platform and I'm like, oh fuck, oh god. I'm like, okay, one direction is good and one direction I will die. So I sat there for like a couple minutes, like, oh jeez, because I stopped at like pointing north and it was east and west, either jump, and I was like, oh Jesus. I made it though, but it was pretty stressful. I'm like, because I think I was on my last life as well. I'm like, God,
just tell me there's something there, and then there is something there.
Leap of faith,
and you just destroy it because there's rockets coming in every fucking which way. Oh, and then
we all had problems playing this game.
Yeah, it was tough, man. It's balls to the wall. This fucker is not messing around.
No, it is not. Chapter 3 on is a fucking dickhole. This is a third-person shooter, by the way.
And they try to throw some platforming
if you want.
Oh, just some platforming elements? Just some minor platforming elements.
No. This is a platformer.
Sprinkled in.
This is a platformer made by someone with
just a little bit of salt and a little bit of platforming.
This is a platformer made by someone with OCD. Like, you just have to get everything perfect, or else you fucking die. You don't. Yeah, and then like your jetpack, you last for all of 2 seconds.
Yeah,
and then they put all the fucking platforms at the edge of your fucking jetpack.
They do. They're like, ha-ha!
This game was made, the platforming in this game was made for a game with much better controls. The level design was for a game that had good controls and it was a little more doable.
Yeah, this game
It's very precise.
for its
Everything was at the edge of your limits.
Oh my god, dude. The thing, though, like, sometimes he'll grab onto a ledge, right? And then sometimes he won't. That's honestly the worst part about this.
You mean sometimes he'll just grab onto air and then it'll just be like hanging there?
That will happen because it's also a glitchy motherfucker. We can get into that in a second. But like, there are some ledges that you're supposed to grab onto, like you're supposed to land him just right so that he holds on. But that is not fucking consistent with anything. So sometimes the ledge will allow you to do that, and then sometimes you'll get right on there with any other type of ledge would be fine, but this time you fall to your death.
Psych.
Yeah. Like everything is like, it's a gamble on whether it's covered in lube or not.
Yeah, dude. And it's so painful because sometimes you'll find enemies that just like, they just ruin you, right? Like you just get killed, and then you killed over and over.
You sound like you're on the verge of tears.
The fucking sand snipers, dude.
Oh yeah, and
Dude,
it's like, can this game be
I'll be
this moment.
I'll be 3/4 health, and I'm hiding behind one of the stupid sand tents. I'm like, okay, I see him right there. I'm gonna pop out and just blast him as fast as I fucking can, and then I stick my fucking foot out, and I'm just dead. Just fucking dead. I had 3/4 health and I had no chance.
As if this thing needed to be any fucking harder. You've got snipers that you can't even see on the my version.
God.
There's fog on that rooftop level. All sorts of fog. I can't see a fucking thing, dude. I'm just like, I just have to watch as the bullet enters my skull and like see if I can shoot where it came from. Like it was untouchable. They were just like, they had like a fucking fog machine up on top of that building, and they're like, yes, he'll never shoot us. Dude,
oh my God.
And I'm like, as if it needed to be any harder. I get past this canyon and I get sniped.
The game would still be hard if there was no platforming.
Yeah, it'd be vicious.
Because it would just be a very difficult shooter.
Yeah.
On top of it, they put fucking shitty platforming.
Oh yeah.
And
a fuck ton of enemies all the fucking time.
You don't just restart from a checkpoint.
No.
There's only 5 lives. It's like an old school fuckface game
Yeah, with health too.
with terrible controls. 5 lives or else you're fucking dead.
Yeah. Oh, and you know the worst part? I think the worst part about gameplay is when you get to the end of these fucking levels and it's like 9 minutes. 9 minutes, people. I'm like, oh yeah, 9 minutes 2 hours ago, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, so
It's
the
only
time,
9 minutes because I could do this in my sleep
the
now.
time
Thank
to beat
you.
is a fucking lie. So I posted on Twitter that it took me 7 hours to beat this game. Lies.
Oh, fucking
Easily
lie.
fucking double that it took me to beat this game.
Exactly double
Joe,
that.
yeah.
I have time on my Twitch. On our Twitch, there is lots of stream time. And that's not even all of it because I played a few hours outside of Twitch because I was so angry and I didn't feel like, because I have an audience, I feel like I need to curse more. I couldn't do that in my house, so I said, I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to tone this down and zen out and just try to beat this game.
Yeah.
And it was just, dude, there was one level. I think we should all talk about our least favorite levels. There was a level in the smack dab of the middle of the goddamn motherfucking game. And it was called The Factory. And the first thing it has you do is it has you go down this fuckface pipe system where you have to jump from one pipe to another pipe until like the last one fakes out on you and is like, oh, there's no pipe down here, but there is a wall of an electronic charge on the floor. And so like, oh, fuck. And then you have to make one of those perfect jumps where he grabs onto the ledge, which sometimes happened, sometimes didn't. And I kid you not, guys, I don't even know how many times I replayed just that little section.
Yeah.
Because then there's 2 more sections below that where fuck faces are shooting at you.
Yeah.
And you got to like open little hatches and there's like electricity all over the goddamn ground. There's 2 places for you to land. And then the worst part of the map happens. So I was just having problems with that section.
Oh, and
I
then
always had problems with that section.
The cave. Oh, the Cave of Wonders.
And
Jesus.
then you go down, it drops down, and it's like a conveyor belt with poison shooting out of it. And I was like,
I
okay,
hated that
all right,
conveyor
whatever. I'll just lose half my health before I get there.
It gives you a 3-bar health thing, the max health, and then it proceeds to just take it from you like you're a little kid and it's stealing your fucking candy. It's like, oh, you got to be on this belt to live, but there's all this poisonous gas. So you remember that
Right.
health we gave it? It's ours now. We're taking this shit
You gotta
back.
dodge those streams of
Fuck
gas.
you. You can't.
Fuck you. I'm not doing that shit.
I did dodge it, Caleb.
tempt
did,
the
but
gods of platforming.
I still
You
got
hide.
damage, but I still.
And then you have like a decently hard part with a bunch of dudes shooting at you, but it wasn't as bad as the levels around it with the shooting at you part.
Yeah.
Because this level was like, no, we're going to kill the player through the shitty controls.
Yeah, the level will
and
kill
the
you.
camera.
Oh,
yeah, the level
dude,
will.
Like you fucking jump onto the like platform up above, like right after you get out of the fucking gas chamber.
Yeah.
And then I fucking like aimed at a dude like with the auto target. It like moved over to another guy, and because it moved over to the other guy, it moved fucking Jango off the fucking platform, and he died.
That happened
I was
to
like,
me.
What the fuck?
I eventually realized that whenever I was jumping, I can't auto aim.
Yep.
That happened to me a lot on that map.
He moves
during
when you auto aim.
my
It's
hundreds of
fucking awful.
restarts on that
My
fucking
favorite
map.
thing is when you're hiding behind a hut and then you want to auto aim so you can be aiming at him when you want to come out, and you pull down the auto aim, and then if there's a building in front of you, Jango does this weird little thing with his arms to aim away from it, and he does this fucking little spinaroo, and it's, I'm not moving. All I do is hit the auto aim, and he goes woohoo, and off the map he goes. I'm like, what the fuck? All I did was pull the button, man.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
It's
So there's a bunch of dudes you got to shoot at, and then you got to go in these fucking pipes,
Dude, I don't know what it was. I zoomed straight through the
I did
pipes.
too.
Fuck you.
I never died on the
No,
pipes
no.
once.
No, I
fucking
didn't die on
pipes.
pipes.
These little goddamn pipes, and it turned out to
They're
be the
pretty big.
easiest part. But it took me like, I don't know, a dozen tries of restarting the thing over and over again. And I would get like half my fucking game overs in that part.
Yeah, and you're like, the level's got to be
I
over
would go
soon,
in these
right?
little
Oh, no.
pipes, and it would just be like your accuracy with how you land, which of course accuracy is not this game's strong point. Accuracy with how you land after you use your jetpack has to be fucking right on.
Yeah, we're talking
or
like
else you will
pinpoint accuracy.
slip off that goddamn pipe.
Missile coordinate
While
accuracy.
a bunch of dudes are fucking sniping you.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then the thing that fucking destroyed me, the conveyor belt system.
Yeah.
It was.
Remember.
I zoomed through that pretty. I thought that
Fuck
part
you,
was fun.
Cameron.
I
Go
did too.
die.
I did too, dude. I'm
thought it was
sorry.
kind of fun.
It was
I
the
just-
cave afterwards that fucked me.
Oh, the cave? Fuck
Yeah,
you.
the one spot.
Fuck you. Okay, so you have to land through multiple platforms through this giant conveyor belt system, the very edge of which is a safe spot where you can stand. Now, there is a cock hair of difference between your thumb pushing you off the edge and pushing you to the edge where you'll be just fine.
Yeah, and you-
Jango will decide on his own whether or not if you push too far, he will catch himself like he's supposed to fucking do.
And if you would think, if one would assume he has a jetpack, he'll be fine. He's not fine. It has 2 seconds of life. You're dead. It's a false love. You almost reach the platform. You brush your pinky or your middle finger against it, and then you fall to your goddamn death.
So the other way is you can keep running on the platform till your thing charges up, and then die by the camera being aimed wrong. While these fucking tree stumps are going through the thing, they're tripping you up and throwing you into the laser beams.
I would fly to a conveyor belt, jog for a second, jump to the conveyor belt, jog for a second.
Yeah,
I
me
just
too.
went bloop 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 bloop. I got right through that part.
I tried that a few times. The camera would eventually kill me on one of them. It would just it would pick a platform and it'll be like, okay, we're gonna fuck Joe on this one. So they did that multiple times, dude. I can't tell you. Okay, I played, I believe, somewhere between 5.5 and 6 hours of restarting this goddamn fucking level. Now, my playtime at the end of this game was 7 hours and 56 minutes of lies.
Yeah. This is a quarter of your gameplay. Congrats.
Because, and I know my gameplay time, and I restarted a few maps after that too, because the dudes are brutal, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like they shoot at you a fuck ton, and there's a ton of dudes, so you're just gonna die a
And
lot.
the cat guys.
But there's nothing. There is nothing like that fucking factory, dude.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm already bad at platformers.
This one
and
was-
then this one's a shitty one.
Yeah, it's very precise, and like I said, it's not.
No, it's not precise at all. Its rules within its own game are precise, but your controller,
Right, yeah.
your controller doesn't talk to it.
The controls are made for a game, or no, the maps are made for a game with much better and more straightforward controls.
It's like someone took the steering wheel off your very precise car,
And you had to turn it with a wrench.
and then turn it with a wrench, or maybe like just a, I don't know, like a bolt. Where you had to like crank.
Yeah, you
back
have
and
to
forth.
turn it. You have to turn it, and it's always tight, so you're always straightening yourself.
Oh my god!
Or just something where you turn it a lot and then it starts to turn
Like
after
a
minute.
forklift,
Yeah.
useless.
Oh,
things.
it's a doorknob. It's just a little doorknob. It's a loose fucking doorknob.
Yeah, that
you're
you can't
turning your
open.
car with.
And you can't move it because it doesn't connect half the time because it's so fucking loose. Yeah, dude, that mission killed me a bunch, but I think it only took me like 1 hour
Fuck you.
because I
Go
did it.
Fuck your fucking self.
I did it
pretty
while we were watching
I'm
Thrones.
pretty sure that mission only took me like maybe an hour or less because I
Cameron,
went right
you want to
through
get
it.
stabbed in the goddamn eye? They keep saying that.
It just I like they must have lubed those pipes because I passed through like
Yeah. I didn't die on the pipes ever, or the
To be
conveyor
honest,
belts.
it was like half anxiety because like I would get to a certain point, I'd be like, oh my god, I didn't die by the time I got to this point.
Dude, I kept
And it was
losing-
always the pipes.
I kept losing my life at the fucking parts where we had to jump through the fucking holes at the very beginning of that.
I just restart if I die in the beginning.
When
That was my
tell
first
myself,
2
I tell
hours.
myself, if
yeah,
I
Joe
die,
did that for a long time.
if
I was
I
like,
die
God, dude.
within the first 5 minutes of a level, I restart the level.
Yeah, I did too by the end. I was like, not worth it.
Jake's like, doorknob with a child protector device.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
That's
Oh,
it.
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a precise doorknob. and
Child proof my ass. It's human proof.
Oh my god, dude, it was awful. What was your least favorite level?
It was also that one,
It
but
was also the factory.
it was the that one platform in the middle, and then the mega fight as you're right when you get on that lift to go fight the main bad guy of that level. Your one companion. It was an onslaught. Like getting onto that. Do you remember? Right? You activate the thing, and then it's like, oh, in 5 minutes you'll get down. But in the meantime,
Oh yeah,
all
We're
the
talking about
monkey
the same
people.
fucking level.
It's the
by
same
the way,
level. Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Just
this might
later.
sound like a hellish 6 levels we've discussed here. No, only one. And the worst part, I'm like 90% dead by the time I get up
I
there.
remember that last part because I was on my last little bit of health. I'm like, okay, I'm going to ride up this lift, and I know there's going to be enemies at the top. So I was telling myself, okay, Jango, you're an explosion. You will just fucking explode out of this lift and destroy
You're the
everything.
fantastic.
You are an explosion, Jango. Exceed your bounds. Destroy. And I die right as soon as the lift reaches
Instantly,
the top.
dude, there are dudes with the heavy blasters. There's like 3 of them, and then there's a bunch of ground troops. Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ! Like it's and honestly,
like Sonny
every
and the Godfather are just
yeah, every time I started a level, I was just like, the thought I had was, okay, what fresh hell am I going to run into this time? And it never.
every time we turned a corner.
It never disappointed, except for the last level. There was no fresh hell. There was a fresh letdown because I wanted my pain to be amplified by that final fight, and it was not. It was eased. Oh my God. It created this vacuum of maybe it wasn't so bad after all.
No.
Dude, that's okay. I kept telling Caleb that this game only has one true difficulty, and the game's difficulty it's called abusive spouse. And so, it starts out easy, and then you're like, oh yeah, you're lured into a false sense of security,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden,
Pretty
you get
soon-
blasted by 4 rockets,
Pretty
and you
soon
can't
it
get
starts
up, and
ignoring
it just
you all the time.
Yeah,
and then,
and fucking and then
it
you
gets
try
physical.
you try to jump, and then your jetpack lets you down, and then you fucking just fall, and you can't grab anything because everything is fucking lubed, and then it's fucking wrong, dude. Like most of the time, you're just killed by the bad mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's your deaths.
Yes.
And then because sometimes the enemies aren't really fucking hard, they're just not. But you can't do anything, like when you get fucking rocketed and then you get up and then you get smacked by another guy right as you get up so you can't move, and then you get fucking rocketed right after that.
Or if you get rocketed in the air, he just starts
Dude,
free falling.
the
I'm like,
rockets are
"Jeez."
sick.
Okay, so
Yes.
on Tatooine,
And they bring my PS4 to 1 frame a second when they hit me too. They're like,
I'm like,
Oh!
you should have seen me. I wish I shared this moment because I was on my last life at Tatooine. I'm like, okay, my last life. I got to be real good about this. I'm going to do it. So I hop out of the door real fast. I'm quickly scanning, and then sharply, directly to my sharp left, I look, and I already see him in the process of launching the rocket. I'm like, oh shit! I launch up in the air, and it blows up right in front of me. As I launch, and it chucks me off the cliff. I'm like, you motherfucker! You just wait till I fucking get you
it's only
next
like
time.
3 days ago, Cameron, he kept getting a bunch of texts going, hey, when are you gonna, where are you in that game? Where are you gonna beat the game? You gonna be okay? Like,
I just love
Oh,
how
yeah, I'm
everyone's
gonna beat the
experience with the cats in the very beginning was the
Oh,
exact
my
same. It was, oh, hey, this is cool. Oh, shit. It
I
knocks
like
you to
how
the
you-
ground,
I like
and then
how
it just
you
keeps
guys-
clawing you on the ground.
I like how you guys had such a hard time with the cats, and so I always just locked onto them. When it looked like I was going to pounce, I just jumped back.
yeah, you eventually got it.
You
but
can do
I,
it, yeah.
But I had to be raped on the ground a few times.
I had no problems with the cats
Before I learned my lesson.
because I learned from you guys having so much issues with the cats, and so
Oh,
I just,
yeah.
I just kept my distance.
I didn't have too many problems with the cats, although there was one time where I got fucking rocketed. Had a cat jump right on me the fucking second after I got up, and then the second I got up after that, the cat and a rocket came at me at the same fucking time. So I was like, what the fuck?
And then it just zooms out, and the whole world just like
Yeah, it might as well.
the world just
The fucking
splits.
world
Too much damage.
shattered. It's too
much
much
damage.
Why didn't the rocket kill the cat?
Because they're working together. That's why.
Because every enemy, be it animal, be it prisoner and guard, be it sand person and Jabba the Hutt person, they're all your enemy.
That's right.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, they do kill themselves all the time.
and they all band together to kill you. And then as soon as you start shooting someone on the ledge, he's like, "Oh, he's shooting at me! Whoa, I'm gonna get you! Whoa!"
All right, least favorite levels.
Okay, mine is probably that one level where you're climbing up to the chancellor's his room, right? His apartment level.
Oh, that one's bad. That one's a long.
Because you have to climb up,
and I had to do it 3 times.
You have to climb up all the way up this thing with these fountains that are just floating weirdly, and the enemies spawn infinitely.
Oh.
And that was the time that I was glitching the fuck out like crazy. Like fucking crazy. Because I would jump up on something, and this one time there's the Mandalorian power up and the base part of that, right? So I go to get the fucking Mandalorian power up, and as soon as I do, I jump, and then he fucking just gets launched all the way up the top of the fucking thing, and then he falls to his fucking death, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Nobody had even shot at me. All I did was get the fucking power up, and if you die when you have the power up, you can't fucking get it anymore. So I lost
Power up's not coming.
the ability to be fucking invincible at this point.
It's like you think you're safe.
Yeah, and then every fucking time you happen to stumble upon the power up of the fucking grenade launcher gun, you start shooting. So because you're already shooting at dudes, you fucking kill yourself because the grenades don't go any further than your fucking cock.
That's really not far, considering Caleb's.
Yeah. It's I know, because it automatically switches you to the better weapon.
You're sitting there, and in this game, you have to fucking spam that squirt button. So you're shooting as fast as you can. So you're often, when you walk over the power up and you're automatically switched to whatever weapon you walk over, you're getting a good 3 or 4 shots out before you didn't know what's going on.
Yeah, and you're like, what just killed me? I don't actually understand.
I just exploded.
And then there are fucking 1,000 of those dudes just on the level that are launching these grenades at you, while you're simultaneously getting shot by fucking dudes who suddenly can aim, because after the first 2 fucking levels, nobody knows how to fucking shoot you. They're regular Star Wars enemies. They're fucking making outlines of you, and instead, these guys are fucking professional snipers, and they're fucking getting you with their better laser guns and their fucking grenade launchers.
I'm surprised your least favorite one wasn't my second least favorite one, which was the swamp area, because you had some serious problems.
Dude, it's bad.
Yeah, it was. I had a problem with the entirety of this game. Okay,
I know.
The fucking glitches just.
And it could be the PS4 version, because I ran into a few glitches as well.
Much like
I ran only to one glitch.
Much like Parasite Eve 2, the one thing that kept me going was thinking about how hard this must be on Caleb right now. I'm like, dude, that was hard. I bet you Caleb is just ruined. His life, he's ruining his life. His relationships are going down the shitter. He's volatile.
His only solace is knowing
negative
that Caleb
at work.
is dying.
Yeah, that's the only thing that brought me joy.
Well, I can tell you that joy was brought whenever he watched me stream.
Oh, dude, I was crying with laughter watching this guy. It was amazing. Some epic entertainment.
The fucking glitches, man.
Right,
because.
Cameron. Oh, the glitches are bad in the PS4 version.
I only had one glitch.
I watched.
PS4 version.
There's a clip that I put on Twitter of where I was just sitting in the. Of course, it's the conveyor belt level, and if I die from a glitch, it's a death. It takes a life away. So I was just in the conveyor belt level, just sitting on a conveyor belt.
It's all hey,
and then it's my feet are suddenly in this pink universe, and then I fall inside of this pink space.
Yeah, when you play games and you're playing along and a glitch kills, it fucking killed you. But in this game, it's just a fucking insult. Each death really fucking matters.
Yeah, I know.
You need those lives.
And you utter the line how? Why would they make it harder on me?
Each glitch is like a slap. It's just a slap in your face. It's just
it's a slap somewhere else.
Oh, it's just why would you? It's these lives are so precious to me, and you just stole it from me. It's you straight up stole his life. they're so precious.
Glitches or theft. Yeah.
And so I had one glitch where I was sucked through the floor as I was trying to cut a hole in the grate, and the floor decided it wanted a little Jango ass, and so it's just like,
Dude, I know all about that glitch. I fucking that same thing happened to me on my like second to last life as I was fucking like cutting open one of those things. The fucking like the innocent short dudes who look like fucking messed up dwarves fucking like pushed me into the thing while I was cutting it, and then I just fell through the fucking map. It fucking killed me, and I was like, "What the shit?" The dude just fucking killed me.
He opened up a portal.
Yeah,
Is that,
he fucking just pushed me through it.
He's the scientist in Doom. He just opened up the portal to hell.
Yeah, and then there was the fucking other dude on one of the like I can't remember which level it was. But like you're trying to cut open a vent, and then this guy comes running up at me out of nowhere with the fucking like beat stick, and he fucking slaps me in the middle of me cutting the damn thing, and then I can't fucking move. He's just fucking crouched there, and I can change weapons and shit, and I can look around with the camera, but I can't fucking move at all. There's no movement for me, and then the dude, he's just kind of sidestepping behind me because he can't leave because he's also trying to kill me still. And then there was no hope for me in that moment. I was fucking more than halfway on the fucking level. I still had most of my lives, and I had to fucking restart the entire goddamn thing for the very fucking beginning. And
Oh my god!
I just couldn't take it, man.
Oh, it's so epic because you can't do a retry unless you die. So you were stuck and you had to restart the whole thing.
I had most of my lives, and I was just waiting. I fucking sat there for at least 5 minutes for some kind of hope. Some kind of hope that the guy would actually fucking kill me.
Oh, that is evil incarnate.
He couldn't. He couldn't kill me because he didn't.
He wasn't mad enough.
He didn't have a fucking gun.
Oh my god. That is too good. I didn't realize just how vicious that glitch was until just now.
And I posted it on Twitter, and I was
my
like,
God.
guys, this is the worst thing that has ever happened to me in this fucking game. And I can't tell you the fucking just hopelessness that I felt in that fucking moment.
There is no retry from
And now you know why I commented on his little video. The pain behind the mask. Just please kill me, please God, just kill me.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't kill me, I have to start the whole fucking level over.
Oh, dude.
Jango's just crying. Just kill me.
Oh my god!
Kill me. Kill me.
I wanted a death. That was the only time I wanted a death. I wanted it so bad.
And he wasn't enough.
Caleb's crying right now, guys.
He wasn't mad enough to do it. I was screaming, finish me.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Well, so if you never played the game before,
Be prepared.
you can use your jetpack as like a, you just kind of float
it's like
a few feet.
It's like an extra jump. It's all it is.
It's like an extra jump. You hover for a little bit. It only lasts a little while. Sometimes you get a boost. There's items you pick up like ammo for bigger weapons that you hardly ever use, because the only gun you use is this gun that can sometimes lock on. Sometimes you can just let it free fly. Mostly you just want it to lock on unless you want to jump, and then it'll kill you. But this game it's not like Halo, by the way. It came out a year before this game. Beautiful mechanics, a nice assault rifle.
Oh, yeah, fucking
where you could just hold down the trigger
Halo.
and it would spray. You want that effect in this game, so you use the basic bitch gun, which has infinite ammo because it's a bitch gun. You have that in a lot of old shooters.
Yeah.
And then it shoots as fast as you can press the goddamn
Which
butt.
can get surprisingly quick.
And so your entire job is to give yourself carpal tunnel and use your masturbation skills that you picked up when you were 11, and you just fucking that fucking button because the faster you shoot, the easier the game is, because the things will die.
Yeah, and a week, and at least give yourself at least 7 days before you have to do anything delicate in life, because you will destroy it. If you try to type, you'll just be like,
my hands,
like pressing that space bar like 60 times a second.
An hour session with this game, my hands ached.
Yeah.
Dude, the carpal tunnel was definitely with me in that dragon fight, because
No, and then you're in the middle of a fight, and if a fight lasts longer than just a little bit, your laser stream just goes from to then just
you're like losing your erection as you fucking go on. You're like, I can't.
Your
press this
lasers
thing
are coming
anymore.
out slower and slower until you got to go hide and let your arm
my God,
fucking
dude.
recharge.
All right. Did you have any big problems on any of these maps?
The asteroid prison when I'm getting
Oh my God,
the
dude.
Christ guys.
That was a lot of dudes.
that fucking
never saw that.
frustrated me to no end.
Never saw it. I just fucking killed everything inside. I never looked.
Jango, the badass bounty hunter, has to go hide in a corner and cry as enemies are coming for him, and he uses the flamethrower like a little bitch as each guy rounds the corner. He's like, because there's no other fucking way. There's just too many of them, and for some reason the guards are giving the prisoners guns. I mean, do you think the prisoners
the
are
guards
stealing?
are like, fuck it, all
You're thinking the
Give them to
prisoners.
the guns.
Yeah.
You think the prisoners are beating up guards and stealing the guns because it's a prison riot, but no, they're fucking working together to kill you. That's what
like-
they do.
Yeah. And on top of that, you get fucking turrets that are mounted to the fucking ceiling that your auto target won't fucking go for.
Unless you're looking at it.
So you gotta fucking like free aim that shit while it's like shredding your ass. It's not okay.
I think if there's that one scene where I'm waiting for the auto turrets are sitting there pounding me, and I'm waiting for the fucking big ass door to open up. I'm thinking someone's watching me and goes, I think his jetpack's having a malfunction, because I'm just like going every which fucking way. Just like I just never touching the ground for longer than half a second, and I'm just flying this every fucking where to not get fucking shot. And the big doors open up. Guess what's waiting inside? Another fucking turret, and it headshots you right away.
Or like one time I opened, oh dude, the pig level, okay, the one where you lose all your weapons.
Oh,
There was one time I was,
Oh
oh
my
my
God.
God, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to be conservative with my health. I'm going to go back and grab one of the healths from before. I opened one of those doors, you know, the door-to-door tunnels that are just
Yeah.
tunnels. There were 15 dudes in that tunnel, and I was like, "Oh God!" I couldn't stop them. I could not kill them fast enough. They were coming single file, and they got in the room and they just like fucking fanned out, just fucking held me down and
Okay.
stuck their dicks in my
So
mouth.
third to last level with the shitload of zombie guys and their infinite spawns.
Yeah.
And it's a dark level. You can't always see them, and they're like they're swarming on you.
Yes. Oh yes.
There is a checkpoint in a tunnel that happens right after you leave one of those
Yes.
rooms.
Yes.
In the infinite spawn area. So you have possibly, unless you timed it exactly right, you have like 12 dudes on your ass at that checkpoint, and God forbid you die because you're spawning in the middle of them.
I can't count the times I crowd surfed on top of the bomb.
I'm famous.
And then you're
They love
fucking,
me.
if that happens, you're stuck because you're sitting there floating, and then your guy is like half falling, half trying to stand on him, so you can't fucking use your jetpack.
Yeah.
And so you're stuck there until there's a fucking gap in the mob where you get just pulled in and you're insta dead. They all
Like
beat
the
you down at
epic,
the same
the most
time.
epic mosh pit of all fucking time was that level. And I didn't use the flamethrower because I tried it earlier and I was like, this thing is garbage. So I basically just debunked the usage of the flamethrower.
Oh, it
very
got
early.
very useful
Oh,
later
I
on.
know. I watched Craig doing it and I was like, fuck. Oh, I should have used that. Those
Are
guys
you
just
kidding
melt.
me? Like the one time I finally there's this part in the in map where I put away the flamethrower because it's a long hallway and I want to be ready with something else, right? And so I see just one of the zombie dudes just bound to gore, just chilling there. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to waste it with my laser real fast because they're real easy to kill when they're by themselves. So by my second laser shot out at him, there's fucking coming out of the fucking wall. They were fucking everywhere. I'm like, oh shit! I caught with my pants down because I don't have my fucking
Pants on at all.
I got because I didn't have my fucking flamethrower ready, and so you know what? It takes you like a fucking age to get that flamethrower spun up.
Yeah,
So,
and it goes like all over the place.
you can
It's like,
actually aim.
I'm
it.
going to start
If
the
you do-
hard right here.
If you hold down the
And
aim
then
button,
slowly as they're coming at me, I'm gonna slow.
This is gonna look really cool.
Yeah, slowly move it to the
you
left.
can actually
side.
aim the flamethrower.
Hey,
you can
guys,
point it where you want it to go.
It's like a flame whip. It's like I really love that first Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, man.
It's my flame whip.
God, dude. All right. I will admit that I thought this game it had crappy mechanics, but that it was fun from midway through chapter 1 to the end of chapter 3. And then it got fucking bullshit after that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give gameplay. I think we can all agree this is a great, fantastic, perfect game. I'm going to go ahead and give gameplay. Oh my God, dude. I had a little bit of fun. And it's a great idea for a game. It could not have felt more rushed than it is.
Less than a year.
I'm going to give a gameplay 4 out of 10. Wow. 4 out of 10. Nope, 3 out of 10. Fuck that. Nope, 3 out of 10. 4 is too high. 4 is like a congratulations.
Okay. Caleb,
3 out of 10.
judging by your silence, I should have put a 0 down here. It can't be a 0. Come on.
The game is terrible. Let's just put it at that. There's the PS4 version. I don't know about the PS2 version, but the PS4 version
Don't know about the GameCube
is
version.
fucking riddled with fucking glitches. Riddled with them. I was destroyed by glitches more times than I care to count.
Oh, they just gave
Honestly,
you
I
the
can't even
bad
count that
version.
high.
And
The PlayStation Network just goes, Caleb's trying to buy this game. Hurry.
I had
Give him the fucked up one.
I think it's just your porn viruses just
I had-
was affecting
I had
the game.
no fun in this game. No
None?
fun. None.
Wow.
From the very beginning of the game, I had to have fucking people's help in order to get past the fucking first level because every goddamn part of the level looked the same.
Yeah, I looked up a guide
It
on the
looked
first level,
the
too.
same. Like, and
Did not look
I-
up a guide once.
I looked.
Not once.
Oh, I did.
I looked at the game and it was praised for its goddamn level design, and I was like, "What is this?"
I like
the first
level
entire
design.
level looks like you're inside a
You just
robot's
can't play it.
rectum. Like it's all rusted to shit, and it looks like it looks like some fucking just. Why would a robot need a
The old
rectum?
metal
I don't-
anus.
I don't know. It's a fucking sex robot.
That sounds incredibly detailed, Caleb. So I don't know.
And it looks exactly like the robot rectum of Susie.
Yeah. I looked up a guide to
Susie?
find that dude's airship the first time, and then I found it.
I didn't know where to jump in that canyon,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and I had to look at the
That
guide.
first level took me
that
an
and
hour.
other guides.
And then after that, you
I
fucking
had
go
to see
into the
some people do it to make sure that I could, in fact,
Okay,
do
yeah.
parts of this game.
dude. And then I ran into the fucking game breaking glitch like a few moments later.
Yeah, we talked
where
about
I
that a
had
few
to
weeks ago.
fucking uninstall the entire fucking game and then reinstall it just to try it again.
You know, honestly, that is partly your own retardation. The guy told you to have him lead you to the
That
base.
doesn't mean it should allow for a game breaking glitch,
True,
Caleb.
Yeah, there should have been some.
I
play
fucking
testers
killed
on
the
that
dude
shit.
because you know what?
Fuck
The
you
entire
over for killing him.
the only kind of fun I could get out of the game was
killing
my
everything in
own
sight.
by killing the innocent. That was the only way to have fun.
You made me do this as he's just blowing them up.
You made do this. I fucking didn't know that guy was the bounty. So when I fucking turned the corner, I was like, I'm just gonna fucking waste this guy because I thought the dude was on the other side of the ship.
Yeah.
That's where I thought he ran to. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy just doing here? So I killed him. I didn't know he was the bounty, and I had to get out my fucking BDSM cord to fucking, like, capture him.
And didn't you kill him anyway?
Yeah, I fucking killed him anyway.
Caleb
And
didn't
then-
get a single bounty in this game. He refused to get the bounties. That to me is like a small child,
I
like
refused
not
to get the
wanting to go to
bounties,
bed.
too.
But you got the first one, right?
I did, yeah, because it told me to.
Caleb said no.
Dude, I told the game no, and it fucking destroyed me for it.
And then you still didn't get it the second time.
No,
You just waited until he
Fucking-
led you there, and then
It
you
fucking-
blew his
it's the
fucking
world's
brains
easiest
out.
thing. I fucking captured him, and then like it told me the level, like right before it told me the level was over, I killed him, and it said it was fine.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, good.
The best
He's
kill
fine.
I ever saw from Caleb was during the one mission where you are in the Jabba's place and you don't have your weapons. When he got him back, there was like one of the axe guys came at him and like clubbed him real hard, right? And then he just like pulls out his little cord whip thing, ties him up, like takes a couple steps back, pulls out his flamethrower, and this guy's just tied up, and he's just like fucking fries this guy like. And it was awesome, dude, because like he didn't care about his own safety, about anything else going on around him. He's just like hyper focused. This guy will die in the most painful way I can possibly manage.
It was one of the pig dudes, and Caleb made a comment about turning him into bacon.
Yeah, I was like, nice
Oh my
bacon
God.
kill. Smells great in this fucking hall.
Some roast hog.
It's like, this might be fucked up to say, but Lenny makes this place smell great. Like the smell just never went away. That corner will always smell like bacon.
dude. Well, for them, it's like their own people.
True, but
I don't know.
Hey, you don't think they eat?
They're not cannibalistic pig people.
Okay, Caleb, what would you give the gameplay? We are an hour into this review.
Hold
We've
on.
only
Okay.
finished 2 sections.
The other thing is that the game has fucking 3 ways to fucking aim your weapons. 3 fucking ways. You have the fucking free aim thing where you hold down like R2.
Oh, it's awful.
And it's fucking terrible.
It's awful.
It's terrible. And then that's the only way you can get some of the fucking far off dudes who are fucking gonna
Who are.
destroy you.
If you're in a position to kill them, they're in a position to kill you
Yeah.
too. And it's not even like they're like wandering around like any other game. There's like a fucking magnet. They're like, Jango's here.
Yeah, it's fucking. They
As soon
just
as you turn
know.
the corner, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a fucking lock-on thing, which is absolute ass because, like, if you do happen to target somebody, you're still gonna shoot some other guy with your other fucking pistol.
Oh, you know what's
instead
funny?
of using both of your fucking guns on the one fucking guy you're trying to kill. And then, like, if you try to target somebody, he'll just fucking pull a 360 and aim at the fucking sky for no fucking reason because they don't know how to program a goddamn aim assist. And then you could just press square, which just will shoot whoever happens to be there. So it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck do you want me to do? What the fuck do you want me to do? Okay? I don't understand because there's fucking 7 ways to play this game.
How about the dodging mechanic? too?
Yeah, and then if you fucking target somebody and then you do fucking ninja acrobatics.
He's a ninja, dude.
And
This
it's
guy-
like, well, can you activate your fucking jetpack while you're fucking in the middle of a backflip so you can
You
fucking
can't shoot in a
so
backflip
you slam
either.
your head into the ground because I want to kill myself that way.
Yeah. You know what's
That's-
hilarious though? The back of the game praises the target 2 enemies with each blaster.
No, dude, that is fucking.
And I was
ass.
like, why would they celebrate that? That's awful. Sometimes when they go behind like
I
a
want
rock,
to kill.
I'm shooting a rock and then I'm trying to kill the guy that's about to brain me. And I'm like,
Kill 2 enemies at the time it takes to kill 4.
yeah. Yeah, seriously. I'm like, thanks, game. Thanks for being intuitive. And it is like interesting that a PS2 game was able to do that, but it's fucking atrocious.
It's interesting that the people who made this game were able to do anything. First off.
Yeah, like
including wipe their own goddamn asses
'Cause,
while
like,
they're
Yeah,
on
and
break.
then all the other weapons are fucking ass too, because like if you try to throw a grenade, it'll either go like 1,000 yards further than where you're
or
trying
he'll
to aim
drop
it.
the fucking
Or
thing.
yeah, or he'll just fucking drop it right next to him and fucking kill himself.
If you tap the throw button, it drops it right next to you. If you hold it, it's kind of a gamble to how far it goes, but it won't go right next to you.
Yeah, dude, you can even target somebody and it will fucking like go through their heads. I've seen it go through people and then just fucking.
He always just
go.
kind of
how's
lobs
the
it for
grenade?
me.
and it
The
bounces.
I didn't touch them.
The grenades are the bet. No,
No.
Dude, they're
No,
fucking
they're awful.
The
darts are pretty good,
They
though.
will destroy whoever they're next
darts
to.
are insta kill. When I
Darts are
found those
great.
blue guys,
Yeah,
I was like, guess what, fuck bag.
Yeah,
You're gone.
The darts are nice.
like
the
this.
darts are the only good
I
thing
can
about the
almost
game.
kill the blue blaster guys as fast as they can kill me with the darts.
The darts are nice, but the controls to switch weapons while you're moving are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hard.
And then there's the one that's just like there's one button to switch weapons on one way.
Oh yeah,
But you can't switch
5
them back
different
the
ways
other
to
way
switch
as
weapons.
quickly.
And then if you hold down the fucking,
There's no way to
circle
intuitively be like, oh shit, let me change.
button. If you hold down the circle button,
there's nothing like
it'll
that.
open up a pause menu for you to pick your weapon.
Yeah, and that's why getting bounties was such a bitch in this
I
game.
didn't know that.
Yeah, you can
I
hold
knew
it.
that, and it was still a pain. in the
Maybe
ass.
that's why the game wasn't this.
That's
No, because it's like another fucking way to switch weapons, and it fucking pauses the game in the middle of the game. And you're like, okay.
that's what made getting the bounty so hard though, was switching
Right.
between the helmet and
Yeah,
the
like
guns.
why would you want to go in a room of people trying to kill you to catch a bounty
And
of
that's
someone
where,
trying to fucking kill you?
That's where like 20% of the bounties are from dudes that are in like orgy parties that you interrupted and they're pissed. Got their dicks out and they got their guns out and they're shooting you. And one of those guys is a bounty. And you got to make sure to not kill the bounty until you tag him. So you got to kill all of his other fucking buddies, which you can't even do because sometimes Jango's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do 2 targets right now. I'm going to shoot that guy in the dick and the guy you actually want to kill in the dick at
I would
the same
often
time,
use that
and your bounty's gone.
as a way to let me know that there's an enemy trying to get around me. So if his hands kind of sneaks that way, I'm like, oh shit, someone's coming around.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
That
out of 10.
Okay, out of 10, it's a 1.
Isn't that what you gave Parasite, or you gave that a 0?
You gave it a 1.
Or you gave it a 1?
So I found this interesting mechanic.
I
where-
believe that Caleb would give it a 1.
I do too.
I found an interesting mechanic to where if you know there's a fuck ton of enemies behind a door, if you shoot at the door, they'll
Yep.
actually come out.
Yep, I found that too.
So there's this one part where it's near the last level, and
Manual
you're doing
aim
that.
is your god.
That god awful platforming is that you see at the end of that, like that the Doom 2014 or sorry Doom 2016 gameplay where you're out in the middle, it's all dark. There's these birds flying around, and then you get to the end where you see the checkpoint. And the first time I flew to the checkpoint.
I know exactly what part you're talking
And
about.
then as soon as you land there, there's nowhere to fucking go. They're just fucking everywhere. the door bangs open and they all like, "Hurrah!"
Dude, that level, there were times where they were stuck in the door, and like I could kill them after I leave. Like the door closes and I can't go back. But I look behind me and there's just like limbs flailing, and
I've
I
had that level.
So I die, and then start the level over again, and I get back to that door. So I start shooting at the door. But one interesting thing I noticed, since the checkpoint was right there, I would shoot at the door. They all come in. I'm trying to shoot them. But whenever my reticle went directly over to the blue checkpoint thing, Jango would point directly at his feet. There'd be nothing in front of him. All of a sudden, his arms would go straight down,
You can't shoot here.
and I wouldn't let me shoot. It's
Can't
just
shoot,
like
yeah.
I'd move to a little to the right, and
Can't
I'd
shoot.
bring his guns back out, but pointing at it, just fucking straight
yeah, it's
down.
like that's a friendly. You can't shoot that.
And it's like it was like fucking. It's like when
It's a
you
hologram,
put
you
your
fucking
when you put
retard.
your thing your pistols in a wall, you can't shoot your pistols anymore. It was like it was acting like I was putting my pistols in a wall, but just fucking like what is he doing? And it's just like his neck goes janks off to the right, and his fucking pistols go straight.
Oh,
to the
my
ground.
favorite is when the aimer thing is still in a spot and he's not shooting at anything but air, but he's like next to a rock or something like that, and then he's like suddenly the bullets are like fucking.
That's another
Yeah,
thing.
I'm like, are you cross-eyed, you motherfucker?
That's another thing. I'd be fucking using the auto aim, and then he's trying to shoot someone, but then he does the fucking cross thing. You can't fucking hit it, and then you do, and then you do the manual aim, and all of a sudden you can fucking hit it.
I'm like, you are standing still, man. You are standing still, and you can't hit this shit. Come on.
All right.
Caleb had one guy that like just kept juking back and forth for like a minute straight,
yeah.
and that was happening. It was doing the fucking. What, have you never heard that word?
I've never heard the word juking.
Juking.
Yeah,
It's when you go back and forth.
Yeah,
like
juke is like when you
sidestepping.
sidestep.
is that
yeah.
like a gamer term? Or?
No, it's a
that's
football
real-
thing. Yeah,
Never heard that term.
a juke. Yeah,
Obviously, I don't watch football.
apparently, but yeah, no. It was the guy was like jumping from side to side,
Yeah.
and he was shooting crisscross. So it was like this impossible feat to kill this guy. Like 1 out of every 40 bullets hit him, and he just kept doing it. And the guy's like, Hey, you can't kill me, fucking loser. Bounty hunter my ass.
My favorite thing is when an enemy really, really fucking wanted to go somewhere, but the level, either be it bad hit design or whatever, he couldn't go there. So it was the dude trying to move, but he just started to phase out. He would just start vibrating in his little spot. He would start to vibrate and he'd kind of phase out. Like you can't see him anymore. He's just sitting there vibrating until you finally kill him.
Oh my God, dude. All right. Gameplay out of 10. We gotta zoom through the rest of this.
4.
There's not much to say about it.
3. 4.
3.
No, 4.
Cameron gives it a 4.
Because I like the conveyor belt part.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm gonna give the
Fuck
gameplay a 5.
A 5? Fuck
Yeah.
you, people.
It's brutal, but it's almost honestly, and it's got some serious platforming problems. And then it takes off most of the points.
Just some serious.
Some.
The bounties
Yeah.
were cool, but they were
As
pointless
serious as
because
Hitler.
because all you get. My
So
KD
pointless.
spread was Hitler-esque in the end.
The bounties are so fucking pointless. They don't do anything.
Yeah,
do you
you
even
don't-
get a trophy for getting all the bounties? No.
Yeah, it's a gold
Yeah,
trophy.
you do.
Is it?
Every single bounty is a
Okay.
gold trophy.
But that's a lot of bounties, dude.
Yeah, gold trophy. There's no platinum for this
No, it's not long
bitch
enough.
hard
yeah.
of a game.
It's
It's not long enough. My fucking ass. It's
it was
not
7
long.
hours.
7 hours. That's not long enough for a plat.
Dude, there are other games that are that
Not everyone
long
can be
that gets
Telltale.
plats.
So, I found it very difficult, and it was fulfilling when I was able to beat it. And most of that comes off because of the frustration.
Because of relief.
yeah,
It's over. Thank God.
and
Anybody else auto read?
Dude, I'm telling you.
uninstall.
I'm telling you, dude, it's the fucking abusive spouse. He's like, he said it himself after he beat the game. There was a void where he wanted more. Like this is
Yeah, I was
nostalgia
like-
talking for him right
I was
now.
like-
Nostalgia a minute after you're done.
He's like, I kind of missed this
Back
game.
in the old days.
I was
when
like,
played
I kind
that
of want to go get the
bounty
bounties,
hunter.
but I also kind of want to snap this disc in half and slit my own wrists and bleed out in my living room.
That's why it's 5 out of 10. It's
Yeah,
exactly
only
in
5.
half, right?
Because it was the gameplay's not fun, but it is very challenging, and that is fulfilling in a way. So I don't know.
It's challenging.
It's challenging because it's awful.
I know.
It's not because it wants to be challenging.
It's challenging to put your dick through a toilet paper roll with little pins stuck in the middle of it.
It's also challenging
It's
to put your
challenging.
dick in a blender.
But and you may be like, wow, I did it. But it was never 5 out of fucking 10.
It was never worth it.
It was never okay.
Hey, look, I only gave it one more point than Cameron.
All right. Art design. This game looks like a PS1 game on a PS2 era
Yeah.
game. It looks like shit.
I don't think it looks that bad.
And the God, the cutscenes are not any better, frankly. And it looks just bland. There's nothing. It's gross looking. Like
There's never an
texture of
impressive
the
looking
game.
level necessarily.
No,
It's never like, oh, this level's really cool looking.
no. And you could see it being redone later, like in an HD version.
Yeah.
But they didn't even care.
Actually, that's not true. I like the last level. I think it
Dude,
looked cool.
nothing looked like it was upscaled.
Is that because it was dark and you couldn't see anything?
Yeah, probably I couldn't just see the shittiness. Black is a good palette for this.
I thought it looks like shit. I'm gonna give art design a probably like a 3 out of 10.
All right, Craig, what do you think about the look of the game?
It's not great. Nothing looks polished. Everything, like, even the upscaled remastered edition that they gave us
Thinking
on
of
fucking
other
PS4.
games that came out around that same time.
Yeah, dude, like nothing. Like the fucking fountains in that one level that I hated where you're trying to go to the Chancellor's house.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be a circle, but it's a fucking stop sign. Like they did not even try to give it even more of a rounding, like at all. And like, dude, like none of it looks good.
Got to give that stop sign a good rounding.
Yeah, dude, it's just it's fucking terrible. Just like nothing looks good.
What's your score, buddy?
4.
4 out of 10.
All right, Cameron.
I mean, if you think about it, each level had its own distinct feel to it, its own distinct
Yeah.
design. They wouldn't often use, the same things from each level. Even like the enemies, each level, they were very distinct and very different. So I'm going to give art.
In that they were cloned from the other people in the level.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. art design, and then
And the
there's
12
certain
pixels
parts
that took to make them too.
Certain parts of the level though, where you're going along, you're like, you know what? There looks like there could be a secret over there. I mean, it looks like way out of the fucking way, so let's go check it out. But it's actually the way you needed to fucking go.
Yeah.
So you're like, man, there's a building way over the fuck over there, and that's where you need to go jetpack to. So I'd give it a 5.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I don't think it looks that awful. I mean, there are definitely games that look way better at that time, but this is an early PS2, and games don't look that great from this time period for the most part. There are the juggernauts like at Square Enix and a couple other companies that make great looking games, but this one, I didn't think it looked like a PS1 game. I think sometimes like the faces kind of do. They're pretty bad, but
Yeah, dude, the character graphics are way worse than anything
In
else.
the background graphics, so if there's a waterfall in the background, it's just a cube with
Yeah.
a texture on it.
yeah, it looks
Like
pretty
you
bad.
have to get closer in order for it to
That's
look
a PS1 era thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, it's high end PS1.
I did
game.
like-
I think this game might have been
They started as a PS1
I swear,
game.
maybe they lied about making it in 2001. They probably made it in 98, and then we're like, oh, fuck.
PS2's
Let's just
coming.
put this out.
Yeah. And I did like
let's
the
port this to
design.
PS2.
I did like the design of the final area, like that castle looking place. I thought that was cool. But that's really about it. The Jabba the Hutt was cool, I guess, but I mean, they looked awful. So
Yeah, dude, every part of it was awful.
I don't
like
know.
they tried to do something to play into the platforming, and it just was bad. Like every Star Wars thing is shit because it's like, hey, you know how we have this like very thin walkway that should totally have safety railings? Yeah, let's not have safety railings at all.
those are for quitters,
Dude.
the losers.
No, it's just
Music and sound. The music was rehashed from Star Wars.
Yeah, the Star Wars music.
Yeah,
and
it was
that
made to
fine.
sound like John Williams
I
stuff.
think that there might have been some tracks that were composed by someone else that was supposed to just sound like John Williams tracks. I'm not entirely sure. We could probably look that up, but I'm not going to. I did. Unfortunately, it had like only 3 tracks in it, and so when you had to restart the game over and over again, it would replay that stuff.
yeah, the Wilhelm scream was pervasive throughout.
Yeah, anyway, I didn't think
too much.
Yeah, the Wilhelm string was all over the place. I didn't think the voice acting was that good.
No.
The sound mix was fine though, so I'll give them that. There was nothing that like in some modern games they'll like try to be fancy with the surround sound, and then when it gets on the singular TV without surround sound, like there'll be some sounds that are like really loud and then
Yeah.
some things that are really quiet. It didn't have that problem at all. So I will give music and sound my most forgiving score. Probably the worst thing in it is the voices and the fact that they reuse a lot of the same music over and over and over and over again. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
It works, but it's just not great.
Yeah, for me, the music is easily the best part, but they only had a few tracks that were like always played. Like randomly, everything would just start getting like really fucking intense.
It wasn't
and,
random.
like-
It means there was a guy near you and you didn't see him.
Yeah, he's coming.
Well,
It was like ominous.
or you just like, no, I've killed dudes, and then it'll like play like right after
for a second.
Yeah, because like it was supposed to happen, but then it didn't like right at the time that it was supposed to, and then like the fucking it'll just get really intense for no reason, just randomly while you're like doing the jumps, and then the voice acting is fucking terrible. Just like every cutscene is awful.
Yeah, I think
Awful.
the only one that showed up was the smoker one chick.
Yeah.
Everyone else they could have
The
probably
Roz chick.
They could have probably called in on like a cell phone and they just recorded the. Hey, can you read this for me out loud?
Yeah,
Not in the state of California, of course. 'Cause that's
yeah. So for that, I'll give it like a.
So they didn't pay the voice actors, is what I'm saying. They just asked them, like, if you were to do this game, what would you sound like? Then they ran the recorder. Like, all right, sweet, thank you.
Yeah, I think I'd give it like a 5.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it was the music that made it so I know I was still playing a Star Wars game, not some fucking random space shooter.
Are you mean not space rape?
Yeah.
Space rape.
Space rape.
Bounty Hunter.
Bounty.
Bounty
Gunter.
Hunter, yeah.
So good job. The music actually kept me in the correct universe.
Okay.
So
Is this
And
loaded
the-
up?
and the-
Constant reminder
all
that
I
his
asked-
Jango Fett wasn't enough for you,
All
or the
I
fact
asked-
that he has the blasters, the
is to make it feel like Star Wars, and the music did that, even though it might have been just copy and paste from some of the films and a little bit of fillers. I didn't really notice. It felt like Star Wars solely because of the music. So the music for me gets 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Voice acting was okay.
Jesus. I'm gonna give it a 9. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give it a fucking. Jeez, I don't know if I should do 5 or 6. I'll go with 6. I guess that's fine. No, 5. That voice acting was pretty awful. The music was, it was Star Wars, but it was lazy, just like everything else. And the sound effects, dude, when you're cutting open one of those areas with the blowtorch and you pause the game.
Hey, you guys, we're publishing the game next week. Aren't you excited? Oh, I thought this was the demo.
No, that's the full game.
Fuck, dude.
Quick, throw together some fucking maps. Make one really cut.
Copy and paste some of the music.
Yeah. And dude, when you're cutting,
Johnny, you got that good impression of Jango Fett, right? Yeah, I can do a great New Zealander accent. Sweet.
Yeah.
Come on over.
1 week, highest grossing game of all time based on the cost. And dude, when you are cutting open one of those grates, so those gates with your little torch, and you pause the game, the sound effect continues while the game is going. So like it just cues it and it just goes. And I'm like, that is so lazy. Like it does that.
Do that.
It does that with everything, and the voice acting isn't great. I only was impressed by one person, and that's sad considering all the side voices we have in the game. And one of the guys, I swear to God, sounded like Crypto. It was one of the dudes in the Death Stick factory. The guy that was yelling at the guy who said he was new in that awful cutscene. Yeah, that guy sounded like him. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but not good. Not very good, no. So 5.
Replayability. Are you ever going to replay this game? What's your replayability out of 10?
0.
0.
I am never going to play this game again.
Never going to play it. You have 0% chance of replaying
0% chance. There's nothing that would ever draw me back into this game. The fucking glitches are a hell I never want to go through again. The fucking fact that like the only thing that would probably draw you in are trophies and bounties, and that's not even fucking worth it because you get most of the trophies by playing the game, and then the fucking bounties are just shit, and they give you no reward other than fucking really crappy bloopers that they actually put in the game as a fucking reward for you.
It should just show pieces of the game that fucked up.
And I think the bloopers I think the bloopers are actually just the reward for beating the game.
And the bloopers,
and then you get
pretending
fucking
it's
trading
a movie
cards
in the bloopers
that you can't use for anything as
You get
the
the comic,
reward
too.
for the fucking like the bounties.
You get the comic. The comic was cool.
The credits are a useless currency. A useless currency because you can't buy them to upgrade powers or jetpack or get better weapons or anything that would be remotely useful in
and
the
that's
game.
what I thought I would get the bounties for. I was like, I'm going to get these because I should be able to purchase upgrades at
It
some
just
point.
fucking does nothing for you.
No upgrades.
There's just nothing to draw me in.
I would say that my own personal replayability of this game is a zip. It's a 0. It's a zilch. However, the PS4 version does have trophies, and if someone liked it, there is some replayability factor.
They don't need to. They don't need to play it twice, though.
As
the trophies
bounties
can be gained
to get
in one playthrough.
Come on, no one would ever get all the fucking bounties in one playthrough.
Yeah, you're crazy.
So I would say that would bring it up to a 0.5. Rounding up would be a 1.
Rounding down, though, 0.
So I'm gonna give it a crisp, beautiful $1 bill.
Tremendous.
In my replayability score.
Gave it a crisp $10 bills for the game, though,
gentlemen.
So the replayability would be because you want the trophies. You want to go through, catch all the bounties to get that gold trophy. But any true trophy whore would know the time it would take to play the whole fucking game again. Just make sure you get every single goddamn bounty would be just too much for one measly gold trophy, so they'd go play another game and get its trophies and have more fun. So I'm going to give it a 1.
You're going to give it a 1. Beautiful.
All right. So, if someone were to buy this game for me right now on PS4, and I didn't have anything else in front of me, I think I would probably play it again and get all the trophies. I wouldn't pay for it.
You fucking bitch.
I wouldn't pay for it ever. Never will money come from me to someone else with this game being in exchange. Never. Not even for even if it was on for a cent. A cent. 1 cent game? No. No. I'll give it a 2.
I'll give it a 2.
Yeah. I would do it under these extreme circumstances that will never happen ever in this life. A 2.
Oh my god.
Pixel Edge is asking how much it was on the chat
actually.
thing. It was $10 for the PS4 version of the game.
I got it for $3.
Yeah, Cam got it on sale.
All right.
Lucky him, you fucking bastard.
Okay. So the scores are as follows. Story, Schweiss gave it a 6. I gave it a 3. Cameron gave it a 5. Craig gave it a 3. By the way, it's Craig, not Greg. It's Craig with a C.
Yeah.
Want that to be clear. Someone brought that up a while ago, and I think we never even talked about it. Gameplay, Schweiss gave it a 5. I gave it a 3. Cameron gave it a 4, and Craig gave it a 1. Art design, Schweiss gave it a 4. I gave it a 3. Cameron gave it a 5. Craig gave it a 4. Music and sound, the most forgiving of all categories here. Schweiss gave it a 5. I gave it a 6, which is it's tied with Schweiss's gameplay score, I guess, is the highest score on the game. Cameron gave it a 5. Craig gave it a 5. Replayability.
The best category.
Schweiss gave it a 2. I gave it a 1. Cameron gave it a 1. And Caleb Craig gave it a 0. Schweiss's score is 22 out of 50.
0 is too forgiving.
Which is the highest.
Take off.
The
all
highest
9.
on the list. I gave it a 16 out of 50. Cameron gave it a 20 out of 50. And Caleb Craig gave it a 13 out of 50. Which gives 71 out of 200, which is equal to 35.5 out of 100. Nude Clan score is a round up. It's 36 out of 100.
All right, let's see what Metacritic has to say. GameCube 67, PS2 65. I will say this. This game, I stand by my 40%. I would even give it a 50 at the time. I think time has not been gentle to Bounty Hunter. I think this game would have been okay in 2002, to be completely honest. Now, it is just vicious and heartless and full of hate, and it needs to not be.
This game...
Y'all bunch of pussies.
This game has 2 points less than Parasite Eve 2, which was slammed last time. We should see what the Armored Core score was. I believe it was a 34. But that, as soon as we get that score up, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the shit-tastic game with a lot of great ideas.
Yeah.
A game
Caleb's just shaking his head.
for a Jango or a Boba Fett would be a fun game if its mechanics were like honed in.
Dude, they did better games at the same time. Like freaking Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast came out the same fucking year, had basically the exact same concept, had fucking platforming elements, had fucking lightsabers, had a first person mode, and you could switch between first person and third person, and it was a way fucking better game. Way fucking better.
Yeah. Oh,
and it was like the same thing.
Yeah, and the chat brings up that I would only play it again if I had nothing to play, which means I'd be dead. So I couldn't play it again. Because there is no day where I have nothing in front of me.
All right, is it what's Armored Core?
Armored Core was a 32 out of 100, so this isn't the worst
so
game
this
of all
is
time.
the second worst game of all time according to Nude Clan. So keep that in mind while you're playing the terribly programmed game called Star Wars Bounty Hunter. That's going to be it for this week. Thank you very much for joining
we
us.
got a couple things.
Fuck. Okay.
We have Caleb's question from us to you from last time, and then we have the poll to put up for.
Did anybody even answer the question from us to you from last time?
I think so. Yeah.
Where is it at?
It's somewhere. You were the one who fucking put it up, so you better find it. And also, there's the poll of Caleb and Cameron's next game.
Okay, so the nominees for Caleb and Cameron's next game. I don't know how many times you're going to fucking nominate this game, Cameron, but Mass Effect has been nominated. Another game from Cameron. From Schweiss, another repeat for the third time nominee.
Oh, I think it might be 4.
Shadow of fucking Mordor. I think he wants to play that game really bad. Another nominee from Schweiss, a brand new nominee from Schweiss, Rage.
That looked like rape from where I'm sitting.
From id
Is rape on the
Software
mind, Caleb?
Rage. And then
I did get raped by
Caleb just
Bounty
wants
Hunter.
some rape. It's just you just want some rape.
And then Skyrim was nominated by Cameron, which was
Everybody
a surprise
knows.
nomination.
Everybody knows about Skyrim, though. It's ages old. I mean,
Yeah, but you haven't played it, and you need to.
Yeah, everyone knows about Skyrim. It's ages old. Who
So-
plays old
Except-
fucking
except for
games
me,
like
I haven't
Bounty
played
Hunter?
it.
yeah, fuck you, Cameron. All you
So-
nominate is shit from like the 90s.
Go to nudeclan.net and click on that episode. What was our question from you last?
I think
us
it
to
was
you last
the, you know, what we think the worst games of all time are. What do you guys think? May 14th? That was a couple weeks ago. Did I not?
No,
we didn't answer
we
last
didn't
week,
answer
did we?
last
Yeah,
time.
Okay. Shinru says, well, if you count beaten from front to back, then it's only been this one. Let's see what it opens up to. Carmen Sandiego, The Secret of the Stolen Drums.
Oh, man.
It sounds shitty.
Yeah, he said he loved Carmen Sandiego games on PC. This was an action platformer game that was nothing like the PC
This is an
games.
action platformer game?
Yeah, I guess. Those are supposed to be like click things, aren't they?
Yeah, you're supposed to like figure out the clues, where she is, and then you find her.
He says,
That's interesting.
They aren't
I
too
knew
bad.
this going in, and I thought it would be a fun,
I like Carmen Sandiego.
fun action
Dude, they're bringing
for my
it back.
GameCube. Well, this game is garbage, and I forced myself to play through the whole thing through and beat it. I hate this game so much. It's like everything bad about early 2000s games in one game. Music loops and loops forever. It's just a short musical loop, then a noticeable cut where it reloops and drives you crazy. Game doesn't know what it wants to be. An action game, adventure game, platformer, stealth, and collectathon type game. Everything respawns once you are like 10 feet away from it in game. Nothing has value. You can lose just about everything you have. Characters repeat the same line like 20 times over a few minutes. And that is really the only bad game I forced myself to beat. Most of the games that I played, which were bad, I never fully beat and completed. It looks like Keyblade or Beyblade G Revolution is another one he mentions, and Yoshi Topsy Turvy. Picked those GBA games up for cheap in a bargain bin, and he forced himself to play through both of them. The Beyblade one sucked, and it tried to be like Pokemon, but it wasn't. It was super long and tedious, just like Pokemon. And again, took a few hours to beat.
Fuck you.
100%, and I never touched it again. Then Yoshi Topsy Turvy was one of those special GBA games with a motion sensor where you play it by tilting your Game Boy Advance. It was one of the worst Nintendo games of all time. Next Gen Jim says Dragon Valor for the PS1. A boy of 11, I was coming right off the heels of finishing Final Fantasy VII. My innocent and undeveloped brain was led to believe, oh, all games must be this great. So I took the money I earned mowing lawns and $4 an hour, at $4 an hour, hit up the local Target and picked up this $40 piece of refuse.
$4 an hour, dude. You're pricing real low.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
Should only take you like an hour and a half to mow a lawn.
True.
Like even a big lawn.
So you're making like $6.
You're making like nothing, dude.
Yeah. It was a tough play, but I
I made
persevered.
fucking $20 a lawn.
Hour after hour, day after day, waiting for the enjoyment to start. The
More
hammer
money
to drop.
than I do now.
For Sephiroth to send me to the promised land. Eventually, I beat the game. I got up, went outside, and I just started walking. I thought about I thought a lot that day. Movies, TV shows, cartoons, comics, and this game. I returned home. The only thing more fatigued than my legs was my psyche. The light was gone from my eyes. I was a changed man, no longer a boy. And I had realized for the first time that I had been consuming shit like Dragon Valor my whole life. Luckily for me, however, this
that
was
Rain and
Squaresoft's
Fire game
golden
from
age.
GameCube. Oh,
That was
shit.
awful, yeah.
Oh,
So
that's a good nominee for bad game, dude.
it is. So I buried those emotions and continued to be spoiled for some time with their amazing game catalog. Parasite Eve, FF8, Brave Fencer Musashi, Parasite Eve 2, fuck
wrong
off.
about that one.
Mario RPG, FF9, the Chrono games, Legend of Mana, Xenogears, and finally, I would bookmark the end of my then gaming years with FF10. I would soon learn about girls. Only for it all to become full circle. Now I am so far down the hole that I listen to video game podcasts and never write on their forums. At the end of it all, I was able to come to terms with and write off the huge financial and emotional loss that would be known as Dragon Valor.
That was my favorite one.
That one was good. Stola says Dirge of Cerberus, a mishmash of lazy bullshit. What we have said is worse is well worse than Dirge. Mutant Teenage Ninja Turtles for the NES, says Corey. And Jake says Bubsy 3D for PS1.
This has similar mechanics to Dirge, but Dirge didn't have platforming.
Yeah, and I still think
was
the mechanics
an
in
easier
this,
game, too.
The mechanics in this are way worse than Dirge's. Dirge's, you can be
story
precise.
was almost as bad. The
True.
writing was better, but the story didn't make any goddamn sense. So you got to kind of like weigh those. Guys, this is a bad game. I liked the idea of it once again. It's just a bad game. It's a bad fucking game. All right,
game.
what's our question from us to you this week?
I don't know.
I don't have one.
Awesome.
That's all right, though. We didn't answer it last time. We can go a week without one.
Yeah, maybe we should only do it on review episodes. Maybe they make that a cycle.
So let's not start now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, wait, shit. You're right.
Quick, come up with one.
Let's do that.
Okay, so we have convened, and the question from us to you this week is, what is the best and worst Star Wars game you have played? You know what our worst is, because the only other one I've played is the Bounty or the Battlefield games and
The Battlefront.
Battlefront, yes, Jesus Christ. And as much of a disappointment as the recent Battlefront was, not Bounty Hunter disappointment. So let us know on the forums, guys. Hit that up. That's geekdomentertainment.com or forums.geekdomentertainment.com, or just go to newclad.net, hit the forums tab. Also, bring out your hog. This next episode is going to be time to count everybody's hog status up. So get that shit in. We need to know where everyone stands. I haven't done mine for a while.
Don't read those emails so that it says stays unread so that we know which ones are new.
Yeah. There you
That'd
go.
be good.
I
realized what our problem was. I was like, fucking, he's opening them. So every time we look at the goddamn email, we're like, which ones? And then we have to look at the dates.
Yeah. Well, the dates.
Okay, so if you open one up,
Just
you
mark
click
as
back
unread.
and mark as unread.
All right,
Please,
fine.
God.
We'll mark it as unread. Get your hog out. Let us know where we stand, where you guys stand. Get that shit in the next week, and we'll announce who's where in 7 days from now. So,
all right. You can tweet me at Joseph Gillier.
Me at Obsidian Ba.
Me at Nude Clan Cam.
me at UFF Podcast.
If you would like to support the show, you can go to nudeclan.net, click on the Patreon banner, the Amazon banner, or the PayPal banner if you so desire. We do have some new patrons. Thank you very much for donating. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, True Hoax. Thank you.
Thank you, True Hoax. And, well, shit. I guess that's... there's Facebook, Twitter, or there's Facebook, Twitch. You know all the shit.
Yeah, you've heard it all before.
I can't think anymore, man. This episode drained me. I'm
Me
glad
too.
I did Ultima first.
Almost the hate
I'm
is
surprised that
gone,
Craig didn't have a fucking aneurysm just sitting here. He was turning all shades of his shirt color right here.
I almost had a heart attack
Right.
because I couldn't breathe, or I guess I just couldn't breathe. So I almost died.
You're welcome
listening
to
to
that.
Caleb's story. So
All right. Well,
that's a
enjoy the
nominee
nude, you
for
guys.
best game of the year.
Rant of the year.
Wait, I'm sorry. Let's try it again. Rant of the year.
Best rant of the year.
And
Thank
we
you.
didn't have an
Thank you
award
in advance for the
worst-
win.
Wait, we did have a worst game of the year. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a fun one.
We'll see you guys next week.
Enjoy the nude.
May the list go on.
Live always in the nude.
Fuck off.
No!